The action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors Baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Test 1 2, test 1 2. It is 6:09 and 39 seconds. Test 1 2, test 1 2. We could also turn the camera around to see me to see if it's just go ahead and do it right now. Test 1 2, testing 1 2. Chandler Ludeman, Gus Farah, Josh Warden, Hugh Foster, test 1 2.
Sure he's not so delayed that it won't make sense?
We'll find out in like 45 seconds. Because now once he turns it. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Live from the Rourke. Testing 1 2. Audio stream. Audio stream. Testing 1 2.
All right. So you're live. You're live. And we're not going to kill it, right? We're just going to let it go now.
Keep it.
Let's just
I'll
keep it.
tweet out that we got the stream working.
All right. So we're good.
This is even better setup than before because now there's not a delay.
And actually, I'm not dropping any frames.
Okay, so are you good? Are you good?
All good. Okay. Yeah.
I think they're good. Do and it'll go into that other computer.
Yeah, I tested it. It worked.
All right, thank you.
So Chandler, we'll just keep doing this setup in future games too. Okay. I mean, that sounds like this will work. Cool. So for road games, I'll just take that USB and plug it into mine because it's just audio. So let's make sure I get the USB one that's plugged for the mixer to you. But other than that, we should be good.
Hey, Chandler, you made sure that these batteries wouldn't work in here? And I had it. Alright, I'm going to have Chandler, as soon as the game gets going here, check. And I ordered that box,
Post-game interview, let's just have you turn this around.
Okay, thanks. Alright, so
The thing is that I do prefer recording it on my phone because it's a lot easier to edit it to post it to YouTube. Because if it's in the stream, I have to download the whole stream.
We're just going to copy the URL, copy it at the time, so then we don't have to do any editing or uploading at all. It's just already in YouTube. So yeah, let's just plan on that. So I got Brock Gillis. He already agreed to do the post game. He's the starting pitcher. So Brock, come up here. your members.
Can you tonight unwind all these cables and get them organized? Please. All right, so I was going to go, and I'm still half tempted to go.
I think it's worth
There's nothing I can do here other than get your guys' thrill. If you don't.
So are you on butt right now streaming, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not the one streaming.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do butt anymore.
Yeah, you can just close
Tanner,
it.
Okay.
don't forget, text the model of the camera and the battery code. Yeah. And then I'll just you and Chase. All right, so we got him live, right? Because he's as important as his video.
Yeah.
All right, and if you have any problems, call me. Do not wait. Do not pass go. Call me. Well,
It's working better than the old setup.
Now I can reply to the guy who said, will you stream tomorrow? I can reply saying yes.
I was looking back at it, I was like, all these people just can't read. Like, you
The
could.
tweet, that was very clear. They must have just not gone to our profile and just tweeted at us without looking.
But did they tweet under?
No, it wasn't a comment. It was just a tweet at. So they probably just went at.
Because the way I read it on YouTube, like it was a comment underneath, but there's no broadcast.
That would have been bad.
And I'm reading it, I'm like, stupid.
That would have been bad.
There's no broadcast. That's what he said. Listen to this.
I'll figure it out for you. It's just music playing right now, right? I'm not playing any music right now, no.
Maybe just mute it because
Wow.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex as we finish out a series and another potential sweep for the Ridgefield Raptors. Game 3 today between the Raptors and the visiting Bend Elks. Glad that you're with us. Ridgefield winning both games this series so far. They've won all 8 games this year against the Bend Elks, and they try to go for sweep number 3 against the Elks today. I'm Josh Warden bringing you the action from Ridgefield today. And let's get you the starting lineups first for the visiting Bend Elks. Leading off for Kyle Novak's crew is Sam Linscott, the center fielder out of Lewis Clark State. Batting second, the left fielder is Bryce Betcher. Batting third, the right fielder out of South Carolina Upstate is Chase Matheny. The cleanup hitter and designated hitter is Julian Kadama. Batting fifth out of University of Oregon, the second baseman Bennett Thompson. Batting sixth, playing catcher out of Cal State Fullerton, Omar Veloz. Batting seventh, the third baseman out of U of O, Matt Dallas. Batting eighth, his rival, Oregon State, the first baseman, Mason Guerra. And batting ninth, the shortstop from Nevada Reno, Peter Mendozona. Jake Snyder takes the ball for the Elks today. For Ridgefield, leading off for the Raptors will be John Peck, playing shortstop out of Pepperdine University. Batting second, the right fielder out of Cal State Fullerton, Caden Connor. Batting third out of Cypress College, the first baseman, Kobe Morales. Batting fourth, hailing from College of the Canyons, designated hitter, welcome back to the lineup, Will Chambers. Batting fifth, also out of College of the Canyons, left fielder Tafton Hensley. Already a home run in this series. Batting sixth, the catcher from Radford University, Bradley Priap. Batting seventh, signed to Nichols State, third baseman Cody Darcy. Batting eighth, second baseman from Linfield University, Tanner Jocks. And batting ninth from San Jose State University, the center fielder, Reese Hernandez. On the mound tonight is Brock Gillis, a 6'2", 200-pound right-hander from Everett, Washington, and he makes his fourth appearance on the year. Ridgefield winning yesterday by 1 run, 6-5 the final score, getting the go-ahead and game-winning run in the 7th inning on a 2-out rally after Bend had tied the game up the previous half inning. Ridgefield got the first 2 guys out and had nobody on and seemed to be ready for a 1-2-3 inning, but Caden Connor started something dangerous with a single, and a few batters later he scored and what would be the final run of the ball game. Now Ridgefield comes in looking for the series sweep. It would be the third time that they sweep the Bend Elks, the final game that these two teams will play this season, and they will not face each other in the postseason. We already know that because Corvallis has already locked up one postseason berth, so either of these teams could make the postseason, but they won't both make the postseason. So this will be the final game in the summer of 2021 between the Bend Elks and the Ridgefield Raptors. Happy to have you with us. I'm Josh Warden as we are ready for first pitch from Ridgefield on a beautiful day for baseball. Slightly windy out towards right field, warm temperatures in the mid-70s most of today, and we are ready to go. In fact, right at 77 degrees Fahrenheit for a 6:35 first pitch, and right on cue at exactly 6:35. Brock Gillis throws a bit high, ball 1 to Sam Linscott. First time that we've seen Brock Gillis since he made a change collegiately. Brock out of Everett, Washington, started out his college career at University of Washington as he throws a strike. 1-1 is the count to Sam Linscott, to the leadoff man here in the top of the first inning. Brock Gillis committing to a new school just a couple days ago when he was in Bend, Oregon. After a game against the Bend Elks, we're now back in Ridgefield. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and he's ahead 1-2 to Sam Linscott, the leading player in batting average around the league. Brock Gillis committed to University of Portland on Tuesday, right on the bus as we were leaving the game, and everybody was cheering and clapping and getting all happy right after the win as well, and Brock is verbally committed to UP. Throws the ball outside, 2-2 is the count. Brock, who's from Everett, Washington, and is facing a batter here in Sam Linscott, who's from Marysville, two cities very close to each other here in the Evergreen State. And they're the matchup here to start out the top of the first inning. 2-2 pitch is just below the knees, and it runs the count full from Brock Gillis. Brock, who works with a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. You see the slider is his most common breaking pitch. He'll have a changeup as well. And so a 4-pitch arsenal for Brock Gillis. Payoff pitch to Sam Linscott is blooped into the infield. Should be playable for Gillis or the catcher Priap, and he tries to make the catch and drops it. And the catcher Priap got the glove on it. It lands in fair territory, and Sam Linscott reaches first as a leadoff man here in the first inning. Tough play where Morales was playing behind the bag. He had a long run in. Gillis coming off the mound. And if Morales could have gotten there, probably would have been his ball. Priap was the one who made an attempt on it. And it'll go down as an error on the catcher. And Sam Linscott gets to first base. Nobody out here on the top of the first inning. Bryce Betcher, the next batter, from Eugene, Oregon, out of University of Oregon, celebrating his 19th birthday today. And the right-hander digs in with the runner on first and nobody out. Brock Gillis out of the stretch now, and the right-hander deals a strike at the bottom part of the zone. 0-1 from Brock Gillis. 6'2", 200 pounds. Spent 1 year in Seattle for the Huskies. Will become a pilot and join Nick Nygaard, a Portland pilot who's already on the roster, and join his brother who's already there at UP. So Brock Gillis, a family affair and a Ridgefield Raptors affair. The runner bluffs from first. The pitch is a bit high, ball one, and Linscott stays at first. It'd be fun to see Brock Gillis to join Nick Nygaard down in Portland playing for the Pilots this upcoming year for multiple reasons. Just seeing two Ridgefield Raptors on the same squad is always fun, and to see how Brock can continue his athletic career heading into his second year of collegiate baseball. And the 1-1 pitch from Brock as he kicks and throws a fastball by the barrel of Betcher. It's 1-2. Nobody out, runner on first, no score here in the first inning between the Raptors and the Elks series finale. Another thing that's kind of cool is that Brock Gillis has adjusted some of his off-speed pitches. It's partly what the West Coast League is for. Just tinker with the pitches, see what works for you, maybe adjust the grip if you need to, and hone your craft. And Nick Nygaard has played a role with Brock Gillis this summer, in fact, as Brock comes to the plate on the 1-2 pitch above the belt. No, right at the belt, and rung him up looking. Strike three of Bryce Betcher, and that's the first out of the inning. Runner remains at first base. And Chase Matheny to the plate, the right fielder out of South Carolina upstate from Bremerton, Washington. So Brock Gillis, who's on the mound, the right-hander, first time he's played since committing to University of Portland on Tuesday. And Brock, who's making his fourth appearance on the year, was talking with Nick Nygaard, and Nick was actually the one who helped him adjust his grip. Nick himself has been kind of tinkering with the grip on his slider and his pitches. The runner goes from first. Linscott gets a good jump. The throw down to second is not in time, and Linscott steals second base on the first pitch of the at-bat to the third hole hitter Chase Matheny. It was a ball, so it's 1-0, one out, runner on second here in the top of the first inning. Sam Linscott reached on an error, then a strikeout looking, but a stolen base for Linscott. And Matheny ahead 1-0, one out and a runner on second. Infield playing more straight up now with Tanner Jocks edging towards the bag if Gillis wants to make a pickoff move. 1-0 pitch is fouled back from Matheny. It's 1-1. So the changeup, Brock Gillis used to throw more of a split change, and it wasn't really breaking the way he wanted it to. It didn't have the consistent movement that he liked, and Nick Nygaard kind of helped suggest, here's what I do, here's what might work for you. So he adjusted his grip on the changeup, and he says he's liking it a lot more now. It's got more consistent movement, still working with it, obviously, and he'll have the summer to keep going with it, but credit to Nick Nygaard helping out with the changeup grip as he goes to the fastball for a called strike. 90 miles an hour on the heater from Brock Gillis. 1-2 is the count from Brock, with a runner on second and one out. 20 years old for Brock. He's made 2 starts in West Coast League play. Gave up 2 earned runs in the first start, 5 earned runs in the second. So his ERA a little bit elevated right now. It's at 11 at the moment, but has made 1 non-league appearance that went a little bit better. Just 1 earned run in that appearance, 2 innings against Northwest Star Academy. Throws a ball outside at 80 miles an hour. And that off-speed runs you count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second, 1 out. No score yet here in the top of the first inning for the Bend Elks, wearing their gold uniforms today and gray pants. Ridgefield in the white pants, home red uniforms, and white ball caps for this series finale against the Bend Elks. This is a non-league series. It won't count towards the West Coast standings, but Ridgefield gaining some momentum and trying to go 9-0 against the Bend Elks this year. Gillis misses outside, puts the count full. One out runner on second. The second half of the West Coast League schedule starting for Ridgefield tomorrow, and the series against Cowlitz will count towards the standings, and so big series upcoming this weekend that starts tomorrow at 6:35. Payoff pitch is hit hard into right center field, and this will get down for an RBI base hit. Lynn Scott rounds second. He will score an unearned run off of Brock Gillis. It is a one-out double for Chase Matheny, who gets the first RBI of this ball game, and it scores Lynn Scott from second. And the Bend Elks take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. Lynn Scott reaching on a pop-up error in the top of the first here, and Chase Matheny doubling him home on a well-hit ball that got to the fence in right center field. Went opposite way and laces a double, his sixth of the season. Then it brings up the cleanup hitter Julian Kadama out of Seattle University, batting .329 on the year in 16 games. Left-handed hitter for the first time in this lineup for Bend. First three guys all righties. Gillis to the plate and catches the outside corner for a strike at 90 miles an hour. 1-0, the Bend Elks lead it. They did have leads in both games of this series. They did relinquish both of those leads and ended up losing. Final score 8-5 on Tuesday. Final score yesterday 6-5. And Ridgefield winning both games this series so far. The 0-1 from Gillis is a called strike. And it's 0-2 with one out and a runner on second. In a game that lasted 2 hours and 46 minutes yesterday. Bend actually out-hitting the Ridgefield Raptors. Not very common you see that this season for the Raptors, who lead the league in hits at 11 per game. Ridgefield with a still pretty good 9 hits. Bend had 10, but Ridgefield still won the game by 1 run. The 0-2 pitch, a check swing, and he did go around. And the second strikeout of the inning for Brock Gillis. Strikeout looking of Kadama, 2 down, runner on second. And Gillis will spend the first inning without any earned runs. He has allowed one unearned run, and if Bennett Thompson is able to get Chase Matheny home, that would also be an unearned run off of Brock Gillis. Most importantly, however, is just the number of runs in general, and right now the Elks lead at 1-0, top of the first inning. Gillis, the righty, to the plate, and a called strike from Brock, who's gotten ahead of most hitters. And Brock has pounded the zone well and only given up one well-hit ball so far. And the Everett, Washington native out of the stretch to face Bennett Thompson, who's from Medford, Oregon. So you go Northern Washington versus Southern Oregon in this matchup. 0-1 pitch, the slider that bends outside of the strike zone, 1-1. Drops down to 77 miles an hour on the breaker. Thompson attending University of Oregon in Eugene. He's a .206 hitter on the summer. Second game of the series for Bennett. He went 1 for 4 on Tuesday. Runner from second taking a sizable lead. That's Chase Matheny. The 1-1 pitch from Brock Gillis is outside. And with 2 outs, he has a 2-1 count to Bennett Thompson. Runner on second, 1-0 lead for the Bend Elks. Kyle Novak trying to get his first win of his coaching career against Ridgefield. It is the team he made his managerial debut against. First-year head coach. Just finished out his playing career a couple of years ago, and first time he's been a head coach of a ball club. The 2-1 pitch is a called strike, 2-2. He was going to be the head coach last year, but COVID canceled that. And he was an assistant previously at Everett Community College, where he played, did Kyle Novak. Made his debut against Ridgefield, but had to wait until his 5th game to get a win after Ridgefield swept that first series. And have won every game against the Elks so far. 2-2 pitch, a fastball in there for a called strikeout looking. And Brock Gillis strikes out the side in the first. There was an error along the way and a double amidst there that did score 1 run in the inning. An unearned run off of Brock Gillis. He does strand a runner on second. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's the Bend Elks 1 and the Ridgefield Raptors coming up.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball!
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Welcome back to the series finale between the Bend Elks and your Ridgefield Raptors. A Thursday evening ball game. Raptors baseball tonight presented by Rose Hours. Nice little grocery store just down the road. And happy to have you with us for this series finale. As Ridgefield takes to the plate here in the bottom of the first. The first time up, they do trail 1-0 after Ben scored on a double in the top of the first inning. But Brock Gillis limits the damage after an unearned run, and we head to the bottom of the first, a 1-0 score. Leading off will be Caden Connor out of Cal State Fullerton. Scheduled hitters behind him will be, John Peck leads off. Caden Connor batting second, and Kobe Morales is the third hitter to come up this inning. Starting pitcher tonight for the Bend Elks is Jake Snyder. Second time we've seen him this series. Came in relief a couple days ago when we were in Bend. We split the series, playing the first game at Vince Jenna Stadium in Central Oregon, and then played the latter two games, including tonight, here at the Rourke in Ridgefield. Snyder is a sophomore from Creighton. Could be one of two pitchers we see tonight from the Blue Jays of Creighton University. Hudson Leach is a Creighton product. He pitches for the Raptors, so his college teammate but West Coast League opponent, and Jake Snyder takes the mound tonight for the Bend Elks. He's out of Bellevue, Washington. The 6'4" right-hander will deal to John Peck to open up the bottom of the first inning, and he throws outside ball one. 6'4", 205 pounds. He's got an ERA of 5.78, although small sample size. He's gone just shy of 5 innings so far. Pitched the 7th inning on Tuesday in Bend against the Raptors. Had 2 strikeouts and no runs in 1 inning. John Peck fouls one back. It's 1-1 to the leadoff man in the bottom of the first. That was Jake Snyder's only home appearance of the year. He's pitched on the road against Ridgefield, at Wenatchee, at Bellingham, and at Cowlitz. And he continues to get starts and make appearances in road games. He did face Ridgefield here at the Rourke earlier this summer. Gave up 5 hits to the 14 batters he faced. He goes to a slider and catches the inside corner on John Peck. 1-2's the count. 1 earned run against Ridgefield back on June 5th for Jake Snyder. The right-hander comes back and gets another chance here at the Rourke. He's ahead 1-2 to John Peck. He's already got 1 run of support here from the Elks offense. And Snyder now in the bottom of the first inning, trying to get the leadoff man out. John Peck takes the 1-2 pitch and sends it up and out of play. On the first base side, stays a 1-2 count. John Peck has been a real nice addition to this lineup, a late addition. He was signed to Edmonton to play for the new club in the Canadian half of the West Coast League. Had to come down to Ridgefield when Edmonton shut things down, as did all Canadian teams. And the pitch outside, 2-2 is the count to John Peck. 1-0 is the score. The Bend Elks leading. Infield playing straight up, outfield shaded a bit towards right field. 2-2 pitches inside as Snyder switches up to a near submarine delivery. He'll change the arm slot from time to time. He'll throw from more of a 3/4 slot at times. He'll go to more of a side winding approach at other times. Just mix it up and make the batter work for it. 3-2 pitches hammered down the left field line, but foul. And John Peck working through a lengthy at-bat to start the first inning. Yesterday, Peck had 10 pitches in the bottom of the first. He ended up drawing a walk. Here in this bottom of the first opening at-bat, he's already seen 7. And an 8th pitch upcoming from Jake Snyder. Here it comes from Snyder, and it's a ground ball to short on a couple hops. It's fielded by Mendozona, and Peter throws across for the out. 1 away. John Peck a long at-bat, gets the pitch count up a little bit, but he does ground out and one away in the bottom of the first. Caden Connor to the plate, also had a lengthy at-bat in the first inning. It took Ben's starting pitcher yesterday, Jacob Kamatz, 17 pitches just to face the first two batters. Gave up a walk and an out on those two batters yesterday, as Ridgefield went on to make a comeback win and did not score until the fourth inning. They were down 4-0, were the Ridgefield Raptors, but had a 5-run fourth inning to take a 5-4 lead. Patrick Stark, a 3 RBI double in that ball game. Caden Connor ended up scoring the game-winning run. Caden takes the ball outside to start this at-bat. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning, a 1-0 lead for the Bend Elks. Caden Connor, the right fielder today. The 20-year-old takes for strike one. 6'1", 200 pounds. Adding on a lot of muscle during COVID when his first season at Cal State Fullerton was cut short. Came back for his second year this season and was among the team leaders in most offensive categories. 1-1 pitch from Snyder is high, ball 2 at 85 miles an hour. 10 doubles on the year for Caden Connor. Has been leading the West Coast League in doubles most of the season. Not anymore. Kobe Morales has overtaken him. Kobe in the on-deck circle. His own teammate, Ridgefield, came into the series with the top 3 players in the league in doubles. 2-1 pitches, hammered down the right field line. Caden sends one deep. It'll tail foul and get over into the grassy berm along the right field line. Hit that one well off the barrel, got out in front of it, and pulled it to right field. 10 doubles on the year. Doesn't have a home run, but that was off the bat. It sounded like one of the best hit balls he's had on the summer, but yanked it a bit foul. A good contact from Caden to barrel that one up off of Jake Snyder. Creighton University versus Cal State Fullerton in this matchup. 2-2 pitch, off speed and tapped foul behind home plate. And Caden stays alive, spoiling the 78-mile-an-hour throw from Jake Snyder. Right fielder today for Caden Connor. 25 RBIs on the year. He is on pace to do something momentous for Ridgefield with those 25 ribbies. 2-2 pitch to Caden is swung on and blooped foul over the third base side in front of a nice crowd, taking in the final home game they could watch until next week. We'll be on the road in Longview tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. Caden with 25 RBIs. We are halfway through the season officially, both in terms of West Coast League games and overall games. There's 48 West Coast League games this summer, 10 non-league games. We played half of each. As of last night's conclusion, Caden fouls another pitch off into the netting this time, 2-2. And with one out, nobody on, a 1-0 lead for the Bend Elks. Caden Connor continues to work for a long at-bat, just like yesterday's first inning, when 17 pitches did John Peck and Caden Connor take. John this time took 8 today, and Caden adding 7 more already. So if he fouls one more pitch off, then he can see the 17th pitch of the inning from Jake Snyder. 2-2 is the count, one out. Nobody on base, 1-0 lead for the Bend Elks. And the pitch is inside 3-2, and so we will see for the second consecutive night at least 17 pitches just to the first two batters in this order. John Peck and Caden Connor, tremendous plate discipline and ability to foul pitches off. So 25 RBIs in the year for Caden at the halfway mark of the season, so he is on pace mathematically. Do it with me here, 25 times 2, yep, that's 50, as he fouls yet another one off, and we've broken yesterday's mark. We'll see 18 pitches just in the first two batters. 50 RBIs he's on pace for. Who knows how Caden will do. He could get more than that, he get less than that. I'm just saying he's on pace, which would tie the franchise record at 50 RBIs in one summer. Granted, Ridgefield's only been around for, this is their second season, but for what it's worth, Caden now hammers one to right field, towards the right fielder, jumping up, and Matheny pulls it in at the warning track for the out. On a rope, but Matheny was playing right in front of the track, and he knew the pull power that Caden Connor had. Comes away smiling and gives a little love tap to the pitcher Snyder, as if to say, made you work for that, didn't I? And Snyder gets the better of Caden Connor, but had to work for it. On a pitch count already up to 19 for Jake Snyder tonight. And the third batter of the ball game coming up for Ridgefield. The Bend Elks do lead 1-0. Kobe Morales to the plate, pokes the first one down the left field line, and it lands about 2 yards foul. Kobe knew it from the moment it came off his bat, and he never left the box, as it was a foul ball. 0-1 the count to Kobe out of Cypress College. Went 2 for 4 yesterday. He's got 22 RBIs, 4 home runs in the year, 11 doubles for Kobe. 0-1 pitch to the Charger from Cypress High School, or from Cypress College. He's from Downey, California. Is a ball. 1-1 the count from Jake Snyder. Left-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. 1-1, a slider outside. 2-1 is the count. Jake Snyder was pitching in the 7th inning a couple days ago, and the 2 relievers in the ballgame at that point were Ben Larson for Ridgefield and Jake Snyder from Bend, both of whom came from the same high school. 2-1 pitch, a grounder toward short, a one-hopper snared by Mendozona. He spins around and throws to first for the out. He had to spin away from his throwing hand, so the momentum was not going to first base as he pirouetted, got back in positioning, set his feet, and Mendozona threw to first for the out. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Snyder, but a lengthy 1-2-3 inning. He ends up throwing 21 pitches in the frame. And that is all she wrote for the first. Ben takes a 1-0 lead after 1 complete inning. We head to the second, and Brock Gillis returning to the mound after this.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Ridgefield Main Street thanks you for supporting the Raptors and downtown, the heart of Ridgefield. Spend the moolah you win at the game at downtown shops and restaurants. Upcoming events include Main Street Day, C-Tran Shuttle Downtown Tailgate, and the Friday Night Flicks Outdoor Film Series. We are a non-profit organization dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com and find us on Facebook at Ridgefield Main Street. We'll see you downtown, and go Raptors!
Welcome back to Ridgefield. We are into the second inning. So glad that you're with us for a midsummer evening game between the Raptors and the Elks. A 1-0 lead for Bend as Brock Gillis returns to the bump, and a first pitch line drive into right field for a base hit. Off the bat of Omar Veloz, and a throw from Caden Connor nearly got him, and Veloz just barely does beat out the throw. Caden came up firing from right field on what was going to be a single that nearly got turned into a 9-3 ground out. Connor almost got him at first base, but he is safe at first. Veloz with a first pitch single from Caden. Caden nearly threw out a runner at home when it was bases loaded, bottom of the 10th inning against Portland, on what looked like and turned out to be a game-winning base hit. But Caden had the ball hit right to him. He's playing in shallow right field and just fired home and nearly got the force out at home. That would have been, I suppose, a fielder's choice to keep the game alive, but the runner was just barely safe for the game-winning run. But Caden made a good throw home all the way from right field. Now it's a Matt Dallas to the plate. Takes a ball to make it 1-0. Brock Gillis on the mound, gave up his second hit there. Gave up 1 unearned run in the first inning. Leadoff man aboard, Omar Veloz, who nearly got thrown out by his college teammate there, as Matt Dallas fouls one back. 1-1's the count. Caden Connor from Cal State Fullerton. Omar Veloz, also a Titan. And Veloz hit that base hit to right field that nearly got turned into a ground out by his college teammate, and Caden just barely didn't quite get it there in time. 1 ball and 1 strike from Brock Gillis. And the righty throws a fastball and a swing and a miss from Matt Dallas. And the third baseman is hitting 184 on the year. He was the leadoff hitter on Tuesday, went 1 for 5 with a run scored. He's from Modesto, California. Short leadoff at first base for Omar Veloz, being held on by Kobe Morales, the first baseman. Infield and double play depth for Ridgefield. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Brock Gillis. Throws and again fouled off. And over the first base side on deck is Mason Guerra out of Oregon State University. So they go Oregon Duck and Oregon State Beaver back-to-back in the lineup for an Oregon State graduate, and Kyle Novak, the head coach for the Bend Elks. Opposite him, Chris Cota in his second year with the program for Ridgefield. 1-2 pitch from Gillis, swung on and missed, and he gets his fourth strikeout of the ball game. Gillis has retired 4 batters. They've all been strikeouts. And there's one out here in the second inning. Strikeout swinging for Brock. First 3 had all been strikeouts looking, and so that's the first strikeout swinging. Get to 7 strikeouts, and everybody gets taco coupons, and so at this rate, Brock will do that by the 3rd inning. Mason Guerra to the plate, 2 for 4 on Tuesday, 0 for 4 yesterday. Takes a strike to open up this at-bat. Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the second inning, a Bend Elks lead of 1-0 at the moment. Guerra, who's from Beaverton, Oregon, just over the river, Portland metro area. Home of the Beaverton Beavers High School. He went to Westview. Pitches a ball, 1-1's account from Brock Gillis. He's from Everett, Washington. Attended University of Washington for a year, just transferred to Portland, made his verbal commitment 2 days ago. 1-1 pitch from Brock is a fastball, swung on a pitch up high, and he ggets Guerra to chase, puts him in a 1-2 count with 1 out. Runner on first. Brock had texted his coach at UP saying, hey, I'm ready to talk, and he knew he wanted to commit, and he was planning on having that phone conversation after they got off the bus, once they got to the hotel, when they finished the game Tuesday against the Bend Elks. The 1-2 pitch from Brock is swung on and fouled back. But then the coach called him while he was still on the bus, and he just, okay, I'm going to tell you right now. He said, all right, I'm ready to become a pilot. And all the teammates started jumping up and down and getting all loud in the back of the bus. And Brock was happy to be going and make his commitment and knows where he's playing this upcoming spring. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Brock Gillis, already with 4 strikeouts on the day. Runner on first. And 1 out. Gillis to the plate, swung on and hit to right field. Pretty well hit, but it'll get foul. And it lands in the grass in right field. Down the lines, it's 310 feet. Just shy of 400 feet to straightaway center. Down the alleys, it's 360 here at the Rourke. Ball plays best to right field. That's where the wind goes and just where home runs tend to be hit here in Ridgefield. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Brock out of the stretch. Off speed up high, or the fastball, up high for ball 2. To Mason Guerra, who's the 8th hitter in this lineup. The one guy who has yet to come up to the plate for the Elks, Peter Mendozona on deck. Gillis out of the stretch, takes a look over at first towards Omar Veloz, who led off this inning with a single. Brock kicks and throws, breaking ball, just misses. No, he did get the inside corner, and Brock Gillis strikes out his 4th player looking, and his 5th strikeout overall. He continues to get every out via strikeout. And there's 2 outs here in the second inning. Brock Gillis just continuing to punch out players, off-speed, fastball, whatever it is, he's gotten strikeouts. Came in with 7 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. And he is well above that rate here today. 2 outs now, and the first pitch grounded to short, fielded by Peck. He can run it to the bag himself. He steps on second for the unassisted force out at second base. Finally, an out that was not a strikeout, and Mendozona grounds out unassisted to the shortstop. 1 single on the inning, 1 left on, and no runs in the frame. And Brock Gillis keeps it a 1-0 ball game. The Elks trying to maintain their lead as we head to the bottom of the second inning after this.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in beautiful Ridgefield, Washington, just a tad north of Vancouver, Clark County, and the home of the Raptors taking on the Bend Elks for Game 3 of this series. And the home now for this summer of Will Chambers, originally from Santa Clarita, or Val Verde, California, plays his college ball in Santa Clarita for College of the Canyons. And Will, who's been just an absolute blast to be around this summer, steps to the plate for the first time in over a week. Had to take a little bit of time off, but he is ready to go, healthy and swinging the bat. And he's back in the starting lineup today. And his first entry onto the playing field this evening. He is the designated hitter today, the cleanup hitter. And here in the second inning with the Raptors trailing 1-0, Will lead off the bottom of the second. Jake Snyder throws a pitch inside to Will Chambers. Will, who had not played since June 29th, now gets his first start since then. He was hitting .300 on the year, was leading the league in home runs for a while. He's one behind the league lead now. A slider that catches the outer black. 1-1's a count. Nobody else, just starting the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 lead for Bend. Will was also leading the team or the league at various points in RBIs and walks. He's still second in the league in walks drawn. 1-1 pitch tails outside from Snyder. 2-1 the count to Will Chambers, a switch hitter who started out his college career at UCSB. Went from Santa Barbara back down closer to home to play for College of the Canyons and Chris Cota. 2-1 pitches fouled back, and Will takes his first swing in 9 days. It was taking BP in between then and now, so not his first swing in general, but his first swing in a real ball game. And a good-looking swing. Was timing it well, hit it straight back over home plate. Just got under it for a foul ball. 2-2 is the count to Will Chambers. Has an OPS this year of over 1,000, which is phenomenal. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Will strikes out to record the first out of the second inning. Tafton Hensley to the plate, his college teammate down at COC, where Chris Cota has been the head coach for College of the Canyon since 2001. He's also the head coach for the Ridgefield Raptors. He looks on as Tafton Hensley takes to the batter's box. 1-0 lead for the Elks, bottom of the second. 1 out, nobody on a series finale brought to you by Rose Hours. As Hensley takes a strike, takes a ball, 1-0. Rose Hours got everything. You can get sandwiches there, soups. You need some brisket, go get it at Rose Hours. You probably used it if you were at a 4th of July barbecue. 1-0 pitch from Snyder is a check swing on appeal. Hensley did not go around. And it's 2-0 to Tafton. He played for Virginia Tech for a year and then also went to COC. So a pair of players in Will Chambers and Tafton Hensley who both went from a D1 to a JUCO, and who knows where they'll go from there. It's inside, and that ball nearly hit Tafton Hensley. Ducked away from it, and it was at knee level, and he just scooted away and just barely played dodge from the pitch from Jake Snyder. Runs the count to 3-0 to Tafton Hensley. Had a home run a couple days ago against Bend, and he won't have a chance to hit a homer this time. He walks on 4 pitches. First base runner today allowed by Jake Snyder. 1 out, 1 on. Bradley Priap to the plate. His second start of the week, I should say, this Tuesday through Thursday series. Priap had 1 hit in the ballgame Tuesday. And the catcher comes up with a runner on first. 1 out, a 1-0 deficit for the Raptors. Priap from Ohlone College, transferring to Radford this year. Finishing out his JUCO time down in Fremont, California. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0 to Bradley. Was wearing an Andrew Susak jersey earlier today. It was Jersey Day by theme. Sometimes at BP they'll do themed days, and today was Jersey Day, so all the players showed up and took BP in their respective favorite jerseys they own. Runner goes on the 1-0 pitch, and the throw down to second. Hensley gets in there safely. Tafton the first stolen base of the ball game, and he's the first runner in scoring position today for Ridgefield. Got a decent jump, but it was really the afterburners that got him into second. And Tafton is in scoring position with 1 out. It was a called strike on Priap. It evens the count at 1-1. 1 out, tying run at second base for Ridgefield. Big hole between the second baseman and first baseman. 1-1 pitch is outside. Good snag by Veloz for ball 2. Jersey Day, so Priap was wearing an Andrew Susak jersey, former Oregon State catcher. Now, he was wearing the San Francisco Giants iteration of the Susac jersey, but nonetheless, former Beaver. Will Chambers had a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey on. In fact, there were two Griffies on the field. 2-1 pitches fouled back, 2-2. 1-0 lead for the Elks, tying run at second. And there were two different teams for Griffey. So Will Chambers was wearing a Mariners Griffey, while Tanner Jocks was wearing a Cincinnati Reds Griffey jersey. It was Tafton Hensley's Griffey jersey that he loaned to Will to wear for the day. Tafton himself was wearing a Shaquille O'Neal basketball jersey. He's from North Carolina, but a big Lakers fan. And Will, who's from LA area, doesn't like any of the LA teams. He's a Phoenix Sun fan. 2-2 pitches inside, and is so inside that it hits Priap on the back. He's okay, but it is a hit by pitch that puts two runners aboard and one out for Cody Darcy to the plate. Two free passes after a strikeout and a walk, and then a hit by pitch. So still no balls put into fair territory yet this inning. Cody Darcy to the plate. Yesterday went 1 for 3 with a run scored. He played shortstop yesterday. Today getting the start at third base. Hitting .233 on the year. Leading the West Coast League with 5 home runs through the first half of the summer. One out, runners in first and second. A 1-0 deficit right now for the Ridgefield Raptors. Tanner Jocks on deck. He of the Cincinnati version of the Ken Griffey Jr., even though he's a Diamondbacks fan. First pitch from Snyder. He goes to the submarine delivery and throws a ball inside 1-0. He'll switch up the delivery from time to time and goes more of a side-arming one there. 1-0 the count to Cody Darcy. Kobe Morales had a Jackie Robinson jersey. Caden Connor was wearing a LeBron James uniform. John Peck went football with a Danny Amendola Miami Dolphins uniform, although he was borrowing that one from Tanner Jocks. Tanner's from the area, is from Vancouver, so all the other players who were traveling in may not have packed their own jerseys, so Tanner was able to choose from the ones he already had at home and supplied some of his teammates with jerseys so everyone could show up and take BP and jerseys from various sports and various teams. 1-0 pitch is inside and a bit high to Cody Darcy. 2-0 the count. Cody had his grandparents on hand yesterday. They'll also attend a game up in Cowlitz, up in Longview, against the Cowlitz Black Bears. Traveling in from South Carolina to take in some West Coast League baseball and watch their grandson, who's at the plate right now. 2-0 pitch inside, and Darcy's ahead 3-0. One out, runners in first and second. A 1-0 lead for the Bend Elks. Bottom of inning number 2. Cody Darcy was using a bat that his grandparents had gifted him, Welma and Wayne from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And was using that earlier in the year, and he doesn't need to swing that bat or any bat for that matter. He takes the ball inside. It's a 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded for Ridgefield on a walk, a hit by pitch, and then another walk. Bradley Priap into scoring position. Tafton Hensley down to third, and Tanner Jocks comes to the plate with one out and a mound visit as Xander Klaus, the pitching coach, heads to the mound to talk with Jake Snyder. He retired the first 4 batters he faced, but has not retired any of the last 3. Bases loaded, 1-run deficit, and Tanner Jocks to the plate. Tanner is batting .279 on the year. Can add to his 15 RBIs. Was a big part of the Ridgefield victory on Tuesday when he had a bunt in the 9th inning. There were runners in first and second. He tried to sack bunt, and it was a good bunt. The throw was going to beat him at first, and that was going to be okay. Still push the runners into second and third. But the throw went into right field. He headed to second. Another error trying to get him at second base, and both runs scored. Tanner now takes a first pitch strike from Jake Snyder. 0-1 the count on the off speed. The one out, bases loaded. Ridgefield is yet to score today, but that can change in a hurry. Tanner, who went 1 for 4 in that Tuesday game with a run scored. The 0-1 to Tanner is a called strike. He's behind 0-2. He's from Vancouver, Washington, right nearby. Plays his college ball down the road in McMinnville, Oregon, for the Wildcats of Linfield University. The shortstop, who's playing second base today, has the bases loaded, but an 0-2 pitch up coming, and it hits him on the hip. From the submarine delivery, Jake Snyder gives a free run to the Ridgefield Raptors on a bases-loaded hit by pitch on an 0-2 offering, and he gets away. Tanner Jocks gets bailed out a little bit, and he'll take it. Didn't have to turn away. It was off speed, and he didn't even flinch And Tanner Jocks a well-earned RBI on a hit by pitch. That moves Tafton Hensley down the line to score, and this ball game is tied. Reese Hernandez, the next batter, with the bases remaining loaded, 1 out. Tie score. Hernandez takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Reese, the center fielder from San Jose State University, has 4 hits in his last 2 games, and 2 for 4 yesterday with an RBI and a walk. Another one of those would give Ridgefield its first lead of the game. He takes a ball inside. 1-1 is the count to the San Diego native. Reese himself was wearing a San Diego Padres jersey. He's from Santee, California, in San Diego County. As the base is loaded, 1-1 pitch is high, ball 2. Go ahead run at third base in the form of Bradley Priap. Cody Darcy, the runner, at second. Tanner Jocks aboard at first. Infield towards double play depth. Corner infielders in different positioning. First baseman even with the bag. Third baseman behind it. 2-1 pitch is way high. And Veloz had to come out of his crouch to hold on to it. 3-1 the count to Reese Hernandez. This inning has gotten away from Jake Snyder, who has faced 8 batters now. The first 4, he got them all out. The last 4, he let them all on, all by free passes. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch, in that order. Still no hits in the ball game for Ridgefield. The 3-1 pitch hit high but foul. It'll get towards the flagpole in left field and land in the concourse here at the Rourke. We'll play up in Longview at Story Field tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. You can catch a live audio stream on the same website you're watching or listening to now. A video stream for all the home games. Payoff pitch to Reese Hernandez is also hit to left field and served foul. The wind has died down a bit now, and really no wind to speak of at the moment. It's been blowing softly out towards right field most of the day. Outfield shaded a bit towards left field. Right fielder deep and Chase Matheny. Infield in double play depth. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. Tie score in the second inning. Snyder to the plate, swung on and fouled back. The pitch was a bit high, probably would have been ball 4, but good decision probably by Hernandez to expand the zone and take a 2-strike approach. Snyder is yet to allow a hit today. This is the 9th batter he's faced. Hernandez, the 22-year-old out of Santee, California, he's hitting .329 now in the summer. Another payoff pitch to Hernandez. Hits one into fair territory, into shallow right center field, playable for the second baseman, and he makes the catch. All the runners tag and hold, and it is an unproductive second out of the inning. Thompson pulls it in for out number 2. So we go back to the top of the order. 7th batter of the lineup of this inning coming up. John Peck, who led off this game in the bottom of the first with a ground out, was a long at bat and finally did ground out to short in the first inning. On the 8th pitch of that at bat, trying to work another long plate appearance here off of Jake Snyder, who's already let in 1 run here on no hits. Bases remained loaded, 2 outs. Tie score at 1-1 here in the bottom of the second. Snyder out of the stretch, sidearms a strike called on John Peck out of Pepperdine University by way of Moore Park, California. John, who has 9 doubles on the year, 19 RBIs, was leading the league at one point in runs batted in, and now shortly behind. 0-1 pitch to John is swung on, a chopper to the left side, fielded by the third baseman. Dallas throws across and gets there in time for a ground out 5-3, and it strands 3 on the inning. So Ridgefield leaves the bases loaded. They do score 1 on no hits. They still have no hits in the ballgame, but they do tie the score. It's 1-1 after 2 complete innings. Stay with us from Ridgefield.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community. We've lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded, so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-sized utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Two innings are in the books from Southwest Washington as the Ridgefield Raptors going for the series sweep here today. They've tied this ball game up. 1-1 is the score. Brock Gillis back on the mound. The starting pitcher has yet to allow an earned run. It's 1-1. Top of the third inning, Sam Linscott the batter, so we reset this ball game as the Bend Elks go to the top of the order. Tie score. Linscott to lead off. He popped up a pitch in the top of the first inning that landed about halfway to first base. This one he hammers it to left, playable for Hensley, and Tafton makes the catch for a first pitch fly out to left field. And finally, Brock Gillis getting a couple outs here in this ball game that aren't strikeouts. First 5 outs he recorded were all punch outs, and then he ended last inning with a ground out, and then gets his first fly out of the day right there in the first pitch of this top of the third. Bryce Betcher, the next hitter. He struck out looking in the first. He's from Eugene, Oregon, U of O. And a .241 hitter who went 0 for 4 on Tuesday. And then 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 runs scored. Betcher, the hitter, with nobody on, 1 out. Tie score at 1 apiece. Top of the third. Gillis to the plate and a called strike. Betcher is turning 19 years old today. He's from Eugene. Celebrated his birthday with his grandparents in Vancouver. Got to spend some time with them, and now has a chance to do a little bit better than the first inning when he struck out, but plenty of innings remain for the newly 19-year-old. Takes a pitch just off the plate. Ball 1 from Brock Gillis. 1-1 is the count. Nobody on base, 1 out. Ben scoring a run in the top of the first. Ridgefield tying it up last half inning. 1-1. Outfield playing straight up. Infield also in normal positioning here. 1-1 pitch is a bit outside. And it's ball 2 from Brock Gillis to Bryce Betcher. Ridgefield 8-0 this year against Bend. 6 of them have counted towards the league standings. This series technically a non-league affair, just a series that got added once the Canadian teams were not able to play. 2-1 pitch from Gillis off speed, hit hard into center. Going back is Hernandez. He will get all the way to the warning track and make the catch for out number 2. 2 straight flyouts this inning. And Chase Matheny is next up from Bremerton, Washington. .328 batting average. He had the RBI double in the first inning. A 1-1 score now in the top of the third. And Matheny, a right-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. Plays for South Carolina Upstate, a Division I program east of the Mississippi, as Gillis throws a strike 0-1. It's located in Spartanburg, South Carolina. There's actually 2 players on the Bend Elks who are from South Carolina Upstate, which plays in the Big South Conference. Both Chase Matheny, who's at the plate, and Ben Ferrer, who pitched yesterday. This one hit down the right field line. It will get just foul by about 3 or 4 feet. And it'll extend the at-bat to an 0-2 count to Chase Matheny. Again, plays his college ball in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Not only he and Ben Ferrer have a connection to Spartanburg, but also yesterday, when Cody Darcy was getting the start at shortstop, his grandparents were watching, and they were traveling in for a little vacation. And they live, well, I guess not quite in Spartanburg. They live in Myrtle Beach, but still South Carolina. Not all that often you get a lot of South Carolina products to come watch or play baseball on the West Coast League. 0-2 pitch is swung on and grounded towards short. John Peck running in, making a running play and throwing on the move for the out. John Peck on a long run, but he makes the trek, makes the throw, makes the out, and the inning is over. Brock Gillis retires 3. This frame, he has retired 6 in a row, and he has yet to allow an earned run. We head to the bottom of the third. Tie score, 1-1 from Ridgefield.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
We head to the bottom of the third inning here from Ridgefield. Glad that you're with us for the home of the Raptors at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. New pitcher for the Bend Elks is Cade Morris out of Nevada Reno. And he will come in after 2 innings of work by Jake Snyder, who gave up 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches last inning and allowed 1 run. So Cade Morris comes in. Cade is from Turlock, California, a right-hander at 6'3", 170 pounds, an ERA of 3.85 in 16 innings. He struck out 14 to 4 walks and 13 hits. So he comes in the bottom of the third inning. Caden Connor to lead off, a position he's familiar with. Usually it's been John Peck leading off of late, but Caden spent the first few weeks of this season as the leadoff man, and now as the second hitter in the lineup, he leads off here in the third inning. A 1-1 tie in this ball game. Final time that these two teams will play against each other this summer. Even with the postseason, it'll be Corvallis in the semifinal matchup against to be determined in the Southern Division, and Yakima winning the Northern Division title in the first half. One team will win the second half in each division. If it's the same team that won the first half, then the second postseason berth goes to the team with the second best overall record from both halves. Pitch outside to Caden Connor. 1-0's the count to the leadoff man in the third inning. A tie score of 1-1. Connor, left-handed hitter out of Cal State Fullerton against right-handed pitcher out of Nevada Reno. Cade Morris working from the windup, and the 6'3" righty sets and comes to the plate with the 1-0 pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. He has pitched against Ridgefield already. It was in Bend on June 17th, and he pitched well. Faced 8 batters, did not give up a hit or a walk. Struck out 2, going 2 1/3 innings. So we got 9 outs while facing 8 batters in that appearance. 2-0 pitch is outside, 3-0. He's 1-0 on the year. Just went 6 innings against Yakima Valley, and a really solid team in the Pippins. He gave up just 1 earned run in 6 innings. Has started a couple games and now in relief. But he's behind 3-0 to Caden Connor, the right fielder with a .282 batting average. He shows bunt on the 3-0 and takes outside a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man here, and Caden Connor gets aboard. Last inning, Jake Snyder gave up 2 walks. They were both 4-pitch base-on balls. He also hit 2 batters, one of them on an 0-2 pitch, the other one to score a run. Or actually, that was the one to score a run on the 0-2 to Tanner Jocks. And they bring in a new pitcher to try to throw strikes, and promptly Cade Morris walks the leadoff man on 4 pitches. So for the first time, he's allowed a Ridgefield Raptor to reach base. He's now faced 9 batters this season against Ridgefield, and that was the first one. And the first batter he faces today. Now he throws a strike to Kobe Morales, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Kobe, who came into the series leading the West Coast League in base hits. He has 11 doubles on the year, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs for Kobe Morales. Second pitch is a ball outside. 1-1 is the count to Kobe out of Cypress College. Left-handed hitter against right-handed batter. Has 36 hits on the year, hitting .350 on the summer in 22 games. 1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2. Kobe has since been passed up in hits by Travis Bazana, the middle infielder we just saw in the Corvallis Knights series. Now, though, Kobe still deserves that mantle to a certain degree because Bazana and the Knights are already moving into their second half schedule, so he's played 2 more games than Morales. 2-1 pitch is fouled back. 2-2 from Kobe on the fastball. And it runs about 10 miles an hour quicker from Morris than the changeup. Morales went 2 for 4 yesterday with a run scored. Got a runner on first, nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. A 1-1 tie in this ball game between the Elks and the Raptors. Biggest hole in the outfield towards right field. Towards right center and down the line in right. A ball outside. It's a full count to Kobe. They're giving him a huge hole down the right field line. The right fielder Matheny playing towards right center. And Morales had a 3-double game last week where 2 of them were right down the right field line. He just top spun a couple balls over the first baseman for a pair of doubles. He also has 1 triple on the year. If he hits one on the chalk down the right field line, I wouldn't be surprised if he could get to 3rd on the play. Slider that he pokes to left field, and he spoils it foul onto the sidewalk wide of the ballpark here in Ridgefield. And Morales keeps the full count situation going. Runner on first, nobody out. Caden Connor, who was the first player to reach base in the 7th inning yesterday. He had 2 outs, nobody on. He singled and ended up scoring the go-ahead run. Turned out to be the game-winning run. He's going on the 3-2 pitch, and Morales swings and fouls it back. Caden Connor trying to steal on the play on a hit-and-run type situation. Caden himself has 3 stolen bases. He's 3 for 4 on the summer. Morales at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Tie score. Bottom of the 3rd. The payoff from Morris is down for ball 4. And the first 2 players in the 3rd inning both reach base. Both on walks. Morales a longer one. It was a 4-pitch walk to Caden Connor. And this time a 7-pitch walk to Kobe Morales. Or 8-pitch walk, excuse me. And that puts runners in first and second. Tie score, and Will Chambers to the plate. Glad to have Will back. Took some time off since June 26. Back in the lineup today. Was aiming towards being back by the weekend for the first West Coast League games of the second half. But he is already preparing and good to go. Getting the start today in the final non-league game of this series. Slider taken for a strike to Will Chambers. Switch hitter. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Ridgefield went on to score 4 runs, or excuse me, get 4 players on base and score 1 run that inning to tie the game at the score that is still in effect, 1-1. Runners in first and second in the 3rd inning. Chambers takes his first swing of the at-bat and misses a pitch a bit outside. 0-2 is the count from Cade Morris, excuse me. Cade from Nevada Reno against College of the Canyons DH. And Will Chambers, who holds the bat out pointed towards the pitcher, now puts it on his shoulder and waits for the 0-2 offering. Swings and grounds one towards first. It's under the glove of Mason Guerra. They'll wave around Caden Connor, and he will score without a throw. The right fielder Matheny bobbled a bit in right field. Not that it really mattered. I think the runners would have gotten to where they got anyways. It's an RBI for Will Chambers, his 17th of the year. And Will has made a nice return to the lineup. After spending 9 days away, he's back and he's hitting runs in again. An RBI single for Will Chambers. Morales goes first to 3rd on the single to right field. And Caden Connor scores from 2nd. Got right under the glove of Guerra, who dove for that ball and almost nabbed it. It went under the feet of Morales, who jumped over that ball, so that may have made it even more difficult to locate for the first baseman Guerra. Tafton Hensley to the plate, and he takes a swing and fouls it back. 0-1 the count. Runners on the corners, still nobody out in the 3rd inning. Ridgefield taking its first lead of the ball game. It's 2-1. Here in the 3rd, Hensley, who had 2 runners on base back on Tuesday when he had a long fly ball that not only got over the fence, it went onto the roof of the building beyond left field. He now takes a ball outside. 1-1 is the count to Tafton Hensley, his 4th home run of the year. A 3-run bomb to left field on Tuesday. A 306 hitter. 4 doubles to go with those 4 home runs. 12 RBIs and 12 runs scored for the Mooresville, North Carolina native. Slider that runs outside. 2-1 from Cade Morris, who came in this inning. He's yet to get a batter out. That other appearance he had against Ridgefield, he faced 8 batters and got 9 outs in those 8 batters. Came in, got a double play, and now with runners on the corners, he's still yet to get an out and already has allowed 1 earned run this inning. Throws a pitch low, ball 3 to Tafton Hensley. This inning started out with a pair of walks and then an RBI single for Will Chambers. He's already thrown 18 pitches this inning and yet to record an out. The left fielder, Tafton Hensley, at the plate. Biggest hole in the outfield's to right center. Infield and double play. That 3-1 pitch is a called strike, and it makes the count full with runners on the edges. Kobe Morales at third. Will Chambers, the runner, at first. On deck, it's Bradley Priap, who had a hit by pitch last inning. Payoff to Hensley, a slider that bends in and gets him on the inside corner. A strikeout looking of Tafton Hensley on a good-looking breaking ball that started even with his face and dropped and bent inwards over the zone for strike 3. 1 out in the inning, runners in the corners, and Bradley Priap to the plate. Got stranded at third last inning after being hit by a pitch. 2 for 8 in non-league play this season. 2 for 10 overall. Priap, who is headed to Radford this upcoming year, has never been to the state of Virginia. That'll change in about a month. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Connected through Radford from his coach at Ohlone College, the JUCO he's played at for the last 2 years, and his coach knew one of the coaches at Radford and said, hey, I've got a catcher you might want to take a look at. He takes another ball, 2-0. The coach at Virginia has never been out to see him in person either, but the Radford staff took a look at his film and decided they liked him, and the rest is history. Priap on to Radford for the upcoming year, his 3rd year of college baseball. The Stockton, California native is ahead 2-0. The pitch from Morris is down and away, 3-0. The count to Bradley Priap. He'll major in nursing at Radford. Said he wanted to be a nurse to help people and be involved, be active, in a secure job as well, because the world tends to need medical professionals, nurses included. And Priap looking forward to getting into nursing whenever his baseball career may end. May that be many years from now. The 3-0 pitch is a strike with runners on the corners. He now has a 3-1 count, 1 out. A 2-1 lead now for the Raptors in the 3rd inning, scoring 1 run in each of the last 2 innings. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cade Morris out of the stretch. The righty throws it, swung on, and a grounder over the pitcher's head. The shortstop field steps on second, and Mendozona throws to first for a 6-3 double play. And the Raptors score 1, but nothing more. They strand a runner at third, and that ends the inning on the 6-3 twin killing. So Ridgefield gets 2 walks and 1 hit on the frame, and they score 1 to take a lead. But lead of a little bit out there. Could have broken the game open, but still they do have the advantage. And Brock Gillis will return to the mound. After this, we head to the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Brock Gillis comes back out for the fourth inning here in Ridgefield. Glad that you're here. Glad that Brock's here and pitching well. No earned runs in the ballgame for Brock Gillis. And he comes back out for the fourth. It's a 2-1 ball game. The Ridgefield Raptors leading. This will be perhaps his longest appearance on the season. As long as so far he went 3 2/3 innings against Bellingham in that start. Gave up 5 earned runs that time. And now he's allowed no earned runs. If he finishes this inning, it'll be his longest appearance on the summer. First pitcher of the top of the fourth inning for the Bend Elks is Julian Kodama, the designated hitter out of Seattle University, left-hander, takes a swing and hits one down the left field line. It'll get foul by a couple of yards. And the first pitch goes for a strike from Brock Gillis. 2-1 the score, Ridgefield on top. Julian Kodama, the hitter, struck out in the first inning. One of 5 strikeouts that Gillis has today. Kodama from Edmonds, Washington, traveled to Seattle for his college ball, plays for the Red Hawks of Seattle University. The 0-1 pitch from Gillis is a ball down low. Not the only player from Seattle U in today's ball game. Now, Grant Heiser is not in the starting lineup today, but he's been one of the main catchers this season for the Ridgefield Raptors, so he's playing against his college teammate, and they did chat before the game today. The 2 Seattle U Red Hawks is Kodama. The other one hits one into center field, and Hernandez will have to play it on a hop. Perhaps had a chance to run in and snag that one, but he played it conservatively, and it lands for a single for Kodama. And a leadoff base hit. Bennett Thompson to the plate. With nobody out here in the fourth inning. Ridgefield 1-run lead. Heiser even bought some food for Kodama, who said, "Hey, do you have a discount here at the ballpark since it's your home stadium?" And Heiser said, "I don't know, do I?" And found out that he did. And so got some food with his college teammate, and apparently it worked because Kodama is well energized from whatever the pregame meal was, and he gets a single to lead off the fourth. Now a strike from Gillis to start out this at-bat to Bennett Thompson. At the University of Oregon, Bennett struck out in the first inning, went 1 for 4 on Tuesday when Joey Martin was the starter. Ridgefield 2-0 in this series, going for the sweep. They do lead 2-1. 1/3 of the way through the ball game. The runner's going, the ball's down and away. The throw is in time to get the runner Kodama, who's thrown out at second. Bradley Priap gets the caught stealing, and the catcher guns one down to second base. Tanner Jocks applies the tag. 6-4 caught stealing to get Kodama, and there's one out, and Gillis can still face the minimum here in the fourth inning. That was, by the way, that single ended a streak of 6 straight batters put down by Brock Gillis, but it's as good as getting 7 straight, as the 1-1 pitch is a called strike. So a single and then a caught stealing. So essentially Brock Gillis has been able to get an out of 7 straight hitters. Gave up a leadoff single also in the second inning, but stranded him there. The 1-2 pitch from Gillis is swung on and hit to center field. Hernandez gets a good jump on this one, and he reaches out to make the catch in right center field. 2 down in the fourth inning. Omar Veloz to the plate, who was the player who led off the second inning with a single. Nearly got thrown out at first base on a well-hit line drive to right field. His college teammate, Caden Connor, threw to first and was just late to get him at first base. Veloz now the batter out of Cal State Fullerton, with his Titan teammate, Caden Connor, playing in right field. Veloz is the catcher today. He comes from Eagle Rock, California. 2 outs and nobody on, a 1-run deficit for the Elks. He takes a swing and grounds one behind the mound. A 2-hopper to Tanner Jocks. He will throw to first and got him in time. Tanner Jocks makes the throw on a play I thought he might not even have a shot at throwing the ball at all. I thought he might just have to eat it, but he holds on, makes the play behind near second base, and the throw guns him down at first. It ends up being essentially a 1-2-3 inning, a single and a caught stealing, and so Brock Gillis faces the minimum in the fourth inning. He's still allowed no earned runs today. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1. The Ridgefield Raptors lead.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, fruits in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex here in Ridgefield, Washington. Cody Darcy to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Raptors, with Ridgefield taking a 2-1 lead. Both teams have scored one run in the innings in which they have scored. Ben put up that one run in the first inning. Ridgefield has scored one run each of the last two innings, so they lead it 2-1. Bottom of the fourth inning, Cody Darcy to the plate. Right-hand hitter signed at Nickel State to face Cade Morris, who bends a slider outside for ball one. And Darcy ahead 1-0. He saw 4 pitches in the second inning. All 4 of them were balls. He has yet to take a swing here in this ball game, drew a walk. The 1-0 pitch is finally swung on and fouls it down the third baseline. 1-1 is the count from Cade Morris. And so Cody Darcy with a 1-1. Yesterday went 1 for 3 with a walk and a run. Has 5 home runs, tops in the West Coast League, tied with a couple other players, but still first. 1-1 pitch to Cody is on the outside corner for strike 2. Got that 5th home run over the bullpen in left field for the game-winning dinger to win the series against Bellingham. The 1-2 pitch to Cody is swung on, waited on the breaking ball, grounds it to third base, fielded next to the bag, and the third baseman Dallas throws just in time to get Cody Darcy for the ground out. And one down here in the fourth inning. Tanner Jocks to the plate. Tanner with a hit by pitch and RBI in the second inning. And Tanner, who went 1 for 4 with a run on Tuesday, did not play yesterday. And a well-rested 22-year-old to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Takes a slider for a strike. 0-1 the count. Turned 22 years old on Monday. And played well for the first time. They had a day off Monday, so his first game being 22 years old, got a hit in that ball game. Fouls one back and into the netting. 0-2. Tanner essentially had I won't say the game-winning bunt, but the 9th inning bunt that moved the runners to second and third and scored a run in that sequence as an error trying to get Tanner out at first. He said it crossed in front of him. The throw from the catcher went in front of him, but to the right of the first baseman. The 0-2 pitch from Morris is in there at the knees for strike 3. And Jocks is sent back to the dugout with a strikeout looking Reese Hernandez to the plate. 9th hitter in this lineup, popped out to second base and is only at bat so far. And Hernandez at the plate. Left-hand hitter against right-handed pitcher. Looking around the league, Bellingham ahead of Corvallis right now, 4-0. Pitches outside to Reese, 1-0. These games are not counting for the Raptors or the Elks, a non-league affair, but the other 3 games between West Coast League teams are league games that were originally scheduled. 1-0 pitches inside to the netting, and it's 2-0 to Hernandez. 2 outs, nobody on. A 2-1 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Bellingham ahead of Corvallis, 4-0. That helps Ridgefield. Corvallis has already locked up a playoff berth, but if Corvallis doesn't win the second half, that opens the door for Ridgefield. They can control their own destiny. They'll start the second half starting tomorrow. A called strike to Hernandez, 2-1's a count at 92 miles an hour from Cade Morris. Cowlitz leading Portland 2-0 in the rubber match of that game at Walker Stadium. 2-1 pitch to Reese is down, ball 3. Port Angeles ahead of Wenatchee 1-0. Now, generally when Corvallis plays other teams in the Southern Division, if you're Ridgefield, you actually start rooting for Corvallis, because then they'd get losses on the other teams. That pitch down, and Reese Hernandez walks, a 2-out base on balls. And Hernandez at first, John Peck to the plate. When Corvallis is playing Northern Division teams, you might as well root for the Northern Division team, because, like I said, that increases the possibility of Ridgefield getting the second half title and just getting that postseason berth outright. If Corvallis wins the second half themselves, then Ridgefield's chance to get to the postseason would be by having the second best overall record, including the first and second halves. Ridgefield has finished the first half. Portland, meanwhile, has not, nor has Cowlitz. The first pitch to John Peck is swung on and missed. So when Cowlitz plays Ridgefield tomorrow, Cowlitz will be playing a first half game, while Ridgefield will be playing a second half game. Cowlitz just didn't have backloaded their schedule more, and with the Canadian team shutting down, we went from a 54-game schedule. Pitch outside, and the runner's going. Hernandez, the pitch gets away from the catcher Veloz, and Hernandez slides in feet first without a throw. A stolen base for Hernandez, and now runner in scoring position for the Raptors. 1-1 is the count, bottom of the fourth. Ridgefield already leading 2-1. So we had 54 games on the schedule, but it got dropped down to 48 in league play. But some non-league games got added, including this series. 1-1 pitch is down in the dirt, 2-1 to John Peck, who has grounded out twice today. And his third at-bat here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 count and a 2-1 lead for the Raptors. 2 outs, runner on second. So Cowlitz will finish out the first half this weekend in that series against Ridgefield, and then they'll have fewer games, or more games to make up as we go. Well, Ridgefield already have played that first series in the second half by playing Cowlitz. A pitch outside to Peck, and he's ahead 3-1. First base is open. If they walk Peck, Caden Connor would come up next. Peck with a .309 batting average. Caden Connor not far behind at .282 on the season. Both of them in the top 3 in doubles in the West Coast League. 3-1 pitches outside, ball 4, and John Peck is aboard on a 5-pitch walk. 2 walks in a row, and runners in first and second here for the Raptors. Caden Connor to the plate. That's a tough thing. Top 3 players in the West Coast League in doubles are not only Raptors, they're the first 3 players in the lineup today. So you walk one guy, and you then face another guy who's, in this case, has even more doubles than Peck, who's 3rd in the West Coast League. So you go 3rd, 2nd, 1st. John Peck has 9 doubles. Caden Connor 10 doubles. Kobe Morales 11 doubles. All 3 of them in the top 3 around the league coming into this series. So we don't actually know what the final standings are in the first half, since Portland and Cowlitz are both still playing their first half games to conclude their slate. As Caden takes a ball outside from Cade Morris, runners in first and second. A 1-run lead for the Raptors in the bottom of the fourth. Connor at the plate with a 1-0 count. Portland has tied a run to make it a 2-1 ball game. Cowlitz still leading in the second inning from Lentz Park in Portland. Out of the stretch, Cade Morris has a 1-0 count. The righty looks back at second, throws, and misses low. It's 2-0 to Caden Connor. On deck now is Kobe Morales. Caden Connor steps out, adjusts the white batting gloves. Cade Morris also doing some resetting, taking a lap around the mound and finally coming back to the slab. The right-hander who came in last inning and gave up a walk, 2 walks, and an RBI single. First hit of the ballgame for Ridgefield. Caden Connor takes a strike, 2-1's the count. Ridgefield has just 1 hit on the day. It was last inning when the first 2 players walked. That was Caden Connor and Kobe Morales, and then Will Chambers singled, and Caden scored the go-ahead run. Caden also scored the go-ahead run yesterday, turned out to be the winning run. So just 1 hit of the ballgame, an RBI single. 2-1 pitches outside, 3-1 to Caden Connor. Anaheim Hills, California. No surprise, his favorite player, Mike Trout, he of the Angels. How about Shohei Ohtani getting named an all-star as a hitter and as a pitcher? That is just absurd. 3-1 pitch to Caden is swung on, grounded towards first, fielded on 2 hops by the first baseman Guerra, throwing to the pitcher who gets there just in time. And the inning is over. They ground out to end the frame. Ridgefield does leave runners on first and second to end the inning. No hits on the frame and no runs scored. Ridgefield still has a 2-1 lead as we are through 4 complete innings. Join us for the 5th inning after this.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head. Got ants around my seat, and I've gotten to think. The experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free. Another Royal Pest Control, killing the bugs and rodents, baby. The Royal Pest Control. Call today, get it quote for free.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
We make our way to the 5th inning. Brock Gillis isn't done. And I'm glad you aren't either, joining us for another inning of West Coast League Baseball from the Rourke. Through 4 innings of play, Brock Gillis has allowed 1 unearned run, 3 hits, no errors for the Bend Elks. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Bend. 2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Ridgefield Raptors as Brock Gillis comes out for the 5th and throws a first pitch strike, a foul ball from Matt Dallas. Leading off the 5th inning as Ridgefield has a 2-1 lead. Brock Gillis 54 pitches through the first 4 innings, and so that pitch count low enough to allow baseball from Ridgefield. The 1-2 pitch from Gillis, slider hit high in the air to right field. The wind blowing out towards the warning track. Hayden Connor walks up into the fence, and that ball into the bullpen for a home run. Matt Dallas did not realize it, and he is now told by his third base coach that's a home run. He was the last one in the ballpark to know it was a homer. He stopped at third, sprinting all the way in, and Tyler Graham was pointing at home saying, "Hey kid, you just hit a homer." And Dallas comes in for the solo leadoff home run. First earned run of the day allowed by Brock Gillis, and a home run that got carried a bit by the wind, just kind of up into the jet stream, and you hit it that high, it's going to be pushed out a little bit. It's still well hit. I don't mean to take anything away from Matt Dallas, but the wind didn't hurt. Well hit ball by Matt, and the Oregon Duck gets a homer to tie this game up at 2-2. Mason Guerra, the hitter out of Oregon State University. And Guerra, who struck out also in the second inning, has the bases empty with nobody out, takes a ball to open up this at-bat. And Gillis with the 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0 from Brock. Tie score, 2-2 is the mark, top of the fifth inning. And Matt Dallas with a solo home run to lead off this inning. Into right field. 2-0 pitch from Gillis is swung on and missed. Dallas sprinting all the way around, and that ball was so high, I think he had already gotten to first and took his eye off the ball and just focused on sprinting around, and he was jetting into third. And that ball had already gotten out and bounced into the bullpen and out of the bullpen, and he was still sprinting. 2-1 pitch grounded up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Mason Guerra singles, still nobody out in the fifth inning. And Peter Mendozona to the plate. Bend had a lead earlier today. Ridgefield took that lead away and created one of their own. Bend has now erased that lead with a solo home run by Matt Dallas, and now they are threatening to take it right back. Neither team has scored multiple runs in an inning yet. Bend bookending the day with 1 run in the first and 1 run here in the fifth. First pitch to the next batter, who is Peter Mendozona, takes a strike. The shortstop from Nevada Reno, by way of Monmouth, Oregon, is behind 0-1. Infield and double play depth. Third baseman Cody Darcy playing closer to the line, so a big hole on the left side of the infield. Same for the right. A 1 pitch, a breaking ball for a strike from Brock Gillis. 0-2 the count from Brock. Kobe Morales holding the runner on at first, and so an even bigger hole on the right side of the infield. Tanner Jocks, the second baseman, playing close to the bag, able to make the turn should a ground ball be hit up the middle. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and poked towards right field and foul. And it keeps the count to Mendozona at no balls and 2 strikes. Ridgefield 7-0 against Bend when they're playing at this ballpark since 2019, the inauguration of the Raptors. So Ridgefield has never lost to Bend here at the Rourke in 7 games. Regardless of the ballpark, they're on an 11-game winning streak against the Elks. That pitch a bit inside 1-2. Overall, they've only lost 1 game in the history of the Raptors between 2019 and 2021 to Bend. They went 5-1 last year. They're 8-0 this year. This is the 15th game they played. A blooper into center field. Hernandez coming in a hurry, and he'll play it on a hop. Held his arm up to try to get Guerra into thinking that one would be caught by Hernandez and go back to first, but the deke doesn't quite work, and Guerra reads it well and gets into second base. And it's a single for Peter Mendozona with still nobody out in the 5th inning, and Guerra into second base. Saw a little deke like that work for Caden Connor in the Bellingham series when he held his arm up like that to indicate, I got it, I'm going to catch it, and then played it on a bounce and threw to second base for an out. Reese Hernandez tries some similar antics, but it doesn't work. And Guerra into second. No harm. I mean, might as well try it and see if you get the runner to bite on it. Mound visit from Daniel Barato, pitching coach, coming out to talk with Brock Gillis. Brock had gone 4 innings without an earned run. He comes out this inning, he gives up a home run and then 2 singles. Came into this frame with 54 pitches on the day. Gillis working out of the stretch. He's now facing Sam Linscott, who's 0-2 in the ballgame. He came in with the best batting average in the West Coast League. Gillis looks back at second and throws. This one hit into right field. Caden Connor going out towards the warning track, and he makes the catch at the track, and the runners will not advance on the fly out to deep right field. Linscott takes the first pitch to the warning track, but it's caught by Caden Connor, and there's 1 out in the 5th inning. A tie ball game, 2 runs apiece for these 2 programs. Top of the 5th inning, and 1 out here as Bryce Betger comes to the plate. At the University of Oregon has 1 home run on the year, 3 doubles, 0-2 in the ball game this evening. Facing Brock Gillis for a 3rd and most likely final time today, and final time on the season. These 2 teams don't have any more games. Ridgefield will play Bend more than any other team this whole summer. The 9th and final game. Pitch outside for ball 1. I guess if they play a team in the postseason and go to 3 games, they can match it. They can play Corvallis to a best-of-3 series. So I guess they could play Corvallis 9 times, but that's essentially the one other option. Or if they could play, let's say, Yakima in the championship series. But essentially, they play Bend 9 times in the regular season. First pitch is a ball. Gillis to the plate with a 1-0, and it's a high 2-0 from Brock Gillis. Still hitting similar velocity as he was at the beginning of the game, so he's not losing gas. Hit 90 miles an hour there on that fastball. Top of the 5th inning, tie score. Bend scoring a run here in this inning to tie it up. Have a runner in scoring position to try to reclaim the lead. 1 out. Gillis from the stretch, kicks and deals inside. And on the inside corner, in fact, Tom Martinko, home plate umpire tonight, gives the call to Gillis. Joel Thompson, our field umpire. For this final non-league game of this series, back to league action tomorrow against the Cowlitz Black Bears. Two teams that already have also played each other in non-league affair, the very first game of the season between Ridgefield and Cowlitz. 2-1 pitches, swung on and missed. And Brock Gillis gets him into a 2-2 count with 1 out. Go-ahead run in scoring position for the Elks. Still only 1 out with Betcher at the plate. He's 0 for 2, went 0 for 4 on Tuesday. But he did have 1 hit yesterday, and he scored twice. So he's 1 for 9 on the series. Now in his 10th at-bat, he's got a 2-2 count. Gillis to the plate. Slider grounded towards third on 2 hops. John Peck fields, underhands to second. The throw to first, picked by the first baseman Morales. And it's in time to get the double play. How about that from John Peck, and a tremendous scoop by Kobe Morales to hold on to that ball that barely beat the runner by a half a second. And the inning has concluded. 6-4-3 double played in the inning, and strand 1 in the process. Ben does get 1 run on 3 hits in the frame. It's a tie score, 2-2. We are halfway through this ball game. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCenter, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
We are midway through the season of 2021 here in the West Coast League. We have played 29 of the 58 games this year. We are midway through this ball game. So I suppose we're 50.5% the way through the season, including the 4.5 innings today. New pitcher for the Bend Elks, Hayden Hattenbach, a 6'5" southpaw out of San Rafael, California. Pitches for UCSB. Comes up from Santa Barbara to play his West Coast League baseball for the Bend Elks. 6'5", 195-pounder. And he enters in the bottom of the 5th inning to start out this frame. And the first 3 batters he will face are the middle part of Ridgefield's lineup. This is the 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters. That is Kobe Morales, Will Chambers, and Tafton Hensley. All 3 of whom played their college baseball in the state of California. And so, in fact, all the first 6 hitters in the lineup all played their most recent college ball in California, and 7 of the 9 for Ridgefield starting lineup today. That includes Kobe Morales, who steps to the plate out of Cypress College. Leads off the bottom of the 5th. Tie score, 2-2 is the mark. Hattenbach, the left-hander, out of the windup in a high, towering pop-up. The catcher going for it. Veloz looking. It's the first baseman, Guerra, who will make an attempt, and he overruns the ball and misses the pop-up. Guerra came in and went a step too far, reached back and missed that ball for a foul ball that Mason Guerra is unable to snag on the right side of the infield. So Kobe Morales on the first pitch now has new life, an 0-1 count. I have a feeling that Mason Guerra was watching the 2018 College World Series in Oregon State, the benefactor of a drop pop-up against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Guerra himself an Oregonian and headed to Oregon State University this upcoming year. And he'll have better days and better opportunities to catch a ball than that one. He misses that one. Now Morales takes a ball. It's 1-1 to the leadoff man in the bottom of the fifth and takes one in the dirt from Hattenbach. 2-1 is the count to Kobe Morales. Biggest hole in the outfield is to right center field for Kobe. Now the right fielder Matheny playing closer to the line this at-bat than he was last time against Morales. 2-1 from Hattenbach, and it is over the plate for a called strike. 2-2 is the count at 93 miles an hour from Hattenbach. Morales taps the plate a couple times and looks down to Hayden, the 6'5" southpaw. Comes set and throws, swung on and missed. A drop third strike. The ball's right at the plate, has trouble picking it up, and now he throws past first base, and Morales reaches on a drop third strike. Good job running by Kobe because the ball did not get far away from the catcher, and so he could have just jogged down to first or just not bothered running at all. But Omar Veloz had trouble picking it up. He bobbled it once or twice. Still had to throw in time if he got it accurately, but threw under the glove of Mason Guerra. And the first baseman unable to pick it, and Kobe Morales, who made a nice pick for the second half of a double play to end last inning, is now on first. The first baseman back to his normal spot, now as a runner this time, as the leadoff man gets aboard via a drop third strike. And Will Chambers to the plate takes a ball on the first pitch from Hattenbach. So Morales to first base, no outs. He represents the go-ahead run. Will Chambers now batting right-handed in this at-bat. Takes a 1-0 pitch for a called strike, 1-1. Bottom of the fifth inning, a 2-2 tie. And Will Chambers, a switch hitter who hit left-handed the first two at-bats, to a walk and a strikeout so far. Or excuse me, an RBI single and a strikeout. And swings and misses that one. 1-2 is the count to Will Chambers. His first base hit and his first game played since June 29th. Ready to go now and gets an RBI in his second at-bat. Takes a ball inside and low to the backstop, and Veloz will eat it and not throw down to second as Morales slides in safely on a wild pitch from Hattenbach. So Morales, who got aboard via an error. There were two errors in that at-bat alone. That dropped foul ball goes down as E3, and then the drop third strike is E2 on the misfire from the catcher. And so two errors to get Morales, and then a wild pitch puts him at second. Chambers sprays out one down the right field line, but foul. And it looks like Chambers, oh, that's a shame. He broke his bat, and he's been using this one since the beginning of the year. And he called it his baby, that red colored bat that he finally does break. And you can tell he's sad about it. He's okay. He's an optimistic kid. And kid is a strong word. He's a freshman technically, but he's 22 years old come this fall. And Chambers will have to use a replacement bat. Now with a 2-2 count from Hattenbach. They pitch way high and outside, and Morales stays at second. Good decision for Morales as that ball rebounded off the backstop in a hurry. And if he had gone to third, he probably would have been thrown out. Pitch was so high, no chance for Omar Veloz to catch it. He just turned and faced to the backstop and collected the ricochet. Makes the count full. Tie score, go-ahead run for the Raptors in scoring position, bottom of the fifth. Hattenbach comes set out of the stretch and looks back at the runner to the plate. A check swing, and on appeal, he did go. And Chambers, who started to run and got 2/3 the way down to first, is called out on a swinging strikeout. I don't necessarily disagree with the call from Joel Thompson. It goes down as a strikeout swinging, and Tafton Hensley to the plate. Hensley has a walk, a run scored, and a strikeout on the day. Runner on second, Hensley takes high, ball one. One out, first inning of work for Hattenbach, who has struck out both batters he has faced, but a runner on second now via 2 errors and a drop third strike on the same batter, and Morales to second. So he's been given a gift here, made the most of it, and we'll see if he can score. Ground ball up the middle, a single into center field. They will wave around Morales. The throw in, no, they won't. He'll hold. Initially, Morales is being waved around, and the throw, a bullet from center field from Lynn Scott, and heck of a good decision by Chris Cota to hold Morales at third. And Kobe stays there for what probably would have been an outfield assist from Lynn Scott, who threw well from center field. On a ball that got to him in a hurry, a single for Tafton Hensley, and puts runners in the corners with still only 1 out in the inning. Just the second hit of the ball game for Ridgefield, a team that leads the West Coast League in base hits at 11 per game. We're in the 5th inning, and that's just the second hit, but they've both been pretty productive. They've both only been singles, but one of them scored a run, and that one nearly scored a run, and it got the lead runner to third. Bradley Priap, the hitter, and he bloops one into center field. This might be deep enough to score a run. Lynn Scott catches. Morales will tag and run. The throw, a looper that gets behind home plate. It's not in time. And Kobe Morales scores the go-ahead run. It's an RBI sac fly on the first pitch to Bradley Priap. And an RBI for Bradley. The Raptors take a 3-2 lead here in the 5th inning. Nice hit by Priap. He didn't get all of it, but it was deep enough, and Lynn Scott kind of threw a rainbow on that toss back in that got all the way back. Now they appeal to third base, and safe on the call, so Morales did not leave early. Might as well check just in case. But Morales is safe at home for the go-ahead run. Tafton Hensley held it first, so 1 on, 2 out. Cody Darcy to the plate. 3-2 lead. The runner goes. A pitch up high. Hensley into second base for a steal, and he is in scoring position. How about the day for Tafton Hensley? 2 stolen bases on the evening. He has singled and walked. He's scored a run and stolen second base on 2 separate occasions. The pitch was a ball to Cody Darcy. He's ahead 1-0. A 3-2 advantage for the Ridgefield Raptors here in the 5th inning. Both teams scoring 1 run in this frame. 2 outs. Hayden Hackenbach out of the stretch comes to the plate, and it is a called strike to Cody Darcy. 1-1 at 92 miles an hour. Yesterday, Bend scored a run in the 7th inning to tie it. 1 run in that frame, and Ridgefield scored 1 run the very next half inning. Both times in 2-out rallies, and that ended up being the final run scored, and Ridgefield won it by 1. 1-1 pitch, grounded to the left side, fielded on 2 hops by Matt Dallas, and he throws in time for the out. The inning is over. The Raptors do strand 1 runner on second. Did they score 1 run to reclaim the lead? 1 hit on the inning, and a drop third strike comes back to bite the Bend Elks. Kobe Morales got aboard to lead off this inning on a drop third strike, and he ends up scoring on a RBI sac fly by Bradley Priap. We head to the 6th inning here in Ridgefield. It's the Raptors leading 3-2.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Brock Gillis is not done. He's gone 5 innings, easily his longest on the season. He comes back out for at least one more inning. He has thrown 73 pitches today, and the newest member of the Portland Pilots Baseball Club. Just a verbal commit, but committed on Tuesday, and he's back out for the 6th inning. A 3-2 lead for Ridgefield. And Gillis back to the mound. The first batter he will face here in this 6th inning will take a ball high to Chase Matheny, 3-hole hitter. Here in the 6th inning, Matheny, the right fielder, who has an RBI double on the day and a pop-out. Gillis to the plate with a 1-0 and misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Gillis went the first 4 innings without an earned run. Then gave up a leadoff home run in the 5th inning, but limited the damage there. So he's gone 5 innings, 1 earned run to a guy who had an ERA above 11 coming in small sample size. Ground ball down third base, and Cody Darcy fields behind the bag and foul. 2-1 the count from Brock Gillis from Everett, Washington, transferring from UW to UP this year down at University of Portland. And he is with a 2-1 count, 1-run lead. So if he had finished after last inning, if Ridgefield hadn't gotten that run, he would have gotten a no decision. But now he could get the win, but he'll have to try to keep it a 1-run advantage. He misses down and away. 3-1 is the count from Brock Gillis to Chase Matheny. Gillis working from the stretch to begin this inning. And the 3-1 pitch, a fastball hit high in the infield. The second baseman, Tanner Jocks, looking up, and into a cloudless sky, he pulls it in for out number 1. So Brock Gillis gets a leadoff man here in the 6th inning after giving up a leadoff home run last inning. This one goes better, and now he'll face Julian Kadama, who has gotten 1 hit in 2 at-bats off of Gillis. Struck out in the 1st inning, then singled in the 4th, but was thrown out stealing later that inning. Now Kadama back to the plate, takes a big cut and misses. So that is the 79th pitch of the day for Brock Gillis. And big number 80 coming up, Julian Kadama out of Seattle University at the plate. 0-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on. 1-run lead for the Raptors. And the 80th pitch is over the plate but low. Ball 1 from Brock Gillis. 88 miles an hour from the right-hander. Working out of the stretch now. Outfield shaded towards the left field to the left-hand hitting Kadama. 1-1 pitch is inside, ball 2. 2-1's the count, 1 out, nobody on base. Gillis making his longest appearance, has gotten 2 starts on the year, but none of them have been this long. 2-1 pitch, high and outside for ball 3, 3-1. Gillis started against Bellingham and got chased in the 4th inning, giving up 5 runs. Started and went 2 innings against Portland. Takes a ball outside, and he finally walks his first batter. He had gone 5 1/3 innings without a walk, and now finally allows a base on balls. And it brings up Bennett Thompson, who's 0 for 2 in the day. No hit by pitchers on the day, so just 1 free pass on the ball game for Brock Gillis. Pretty good day for Brock. He has given up 6 hits. He's managed to strand 3 along the way. First pitch to the next hitter, Thompson, a ground ball to short, underhanded by Peck, and the throw didn't come out of the hand correctly by Jocks, and it is fielded by Morales, but not in time. Jocks kind of was losing possession of the ball and strong-armed it down to first, and didn't get to Morales in time. Still a fielder's choice to get the second out, as that retires Kadama at second base. And Bennett Thompson safe at first on a fielder's choice. Good play by Peck to underhand. It looks like on the transfer, Tanner Jocks didn't quite have it cleanly. And now Chris Cota coming out to talk with the umpires. I think he was concerned about the slide and was wondering if there was interference on the play by Julian Kadama, if he slid in and impacted Tanner Jocks. After all, Tanner did have something going on with the throw, and perhaps Kadama did get out of the baseline or slide too far. And Chris Cota asking Joel Thompson about it, field umpire. Will not be able to persuade Thompson into changing his call, but gets an explanation. Runner on first, 2 outs in the inning, still a 1-run lead for Ridgefield. If Brock Gillis can get one more out here, it'll probably end it for him in 6 strong innings with just 1 earned run. The only unfortunate thing is this won't go into his official West Coast League statistics, as this is a non-league game, but it'll be counted to the non-league stats, and it'll still be in his game log, so that's pretty good. And happy to see Brock do well today. With 2 outs, the first pitch just off the plate, ball 1 to Omar Veloz, who has a single and a ground out today. Brock will be our post-game guest this evening on the post-game show, so stay tuned after the game's conclusion, as we'll head up to Longview tomorrow for a 3-game series. 1-0 pitch, grounded towards second base. Tanner Jocks moving to his left. He's able to get in front of the ball and field it, throw to first for the out. And the inning is over. Brock Gillis gives up no hits in the inning, 1 walk. He strands 1, and a ground out to end the frame. If that's it for Brock Gillis, 6 innings, 1 earned run on 6 hits, and he strikes out 5 along the way. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, the Raptors maintaining a 1-run lead.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Ridgefield Main Street thanks you for supporting the Raptors and downtown, the heart of Ridgefield. Spend the moolah you win at the game at downtown shops and restaurants. Upcoming events include Main Street Day, C-Tran Shuttle Downtown Tailgate, and the Friday Night Flicks Outdoor Film Series. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com and find us on Facebook at Ridgefield Main Street. We'll see you downtown, and go Raptors!
3-2 score here from Ridgefield. We make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning as the Raptors lead by a run. Hayden Hattenbach back to the mound for the Elks, and Tanner Jocks to the plate for the Raptors. Thanks for joining us in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Josh Warden along with you for Game 3 of this series. And Tanner Jocks leads off the 6th inning. First pitch popped up on the right field side, tailing towards the grass, and it will get out of play for strike 1. Nice day for baseball here in Ridgefield. Pretty warm weather, not quite snow cone weather, but warm weather. And reached up into the high 70s, almost 80 today. Highs of 84 the next few days from Ridgefield, but we'll be up in Longview for the next few games. 0-1 pitch to Tanner is outside, ball 1. Leadoff man to the bottom of the 6th. Ridgefield leading by a run. Tanner had an RBI earlier today. He's not put the ball in play, but he got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded and struck out. 1-1 pitch hit towards the first baseman, and Mason Guerra makes the catch. A little looper right at the first baseman, and he holds on for the out. 1 away in the 6th inning. Reese Hernandez to the plate, who has a walk, a stolen base, and a pop out on the evening. Ridgefield has walked 6 times today, while Brock Gillis has allowed just 1 walk on the day to the Bend Elks. Hattenbach throws high to Reese Hernandez, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. On deck is John Peck. In the hole is Caden Connor, 2 players that Hayden Hattenbach is not all that familiar with, although he nearly was. There was a ball outside 2-0. Hattenbach, who's been on the mound the last couple of innings for the Bend Elks, comes out of UC Santa Barbara, and 2 of the teams he played against this spring for the Gauchos was Pepperdine University as well as Cal State Fullerton. As he throws a ball outside, 2-0 the count to Reese Hernandez. 1-run lead for the Raptors here in the 6th inning. Those two colleges are the institutions that John Peck and Caden Connor play for, the players who are on deck and in the hole respectively, as the 3-0 pitch is a called strike to Hernandez. So when Hattenbach was pitching, he faced both Pepperdine and Cal State Fullerton, and so you might think he faced John Peck and Caden Connor. Be a good thought. 3-1 pitch to Hernandez is hit high into left field. Betcher coming in. He might have a play on it. He doesn't, and it lands in fair territory. And it gets all the way to the wall in foul territory. Hernandez is able to gallop into second for a double on a looper that went way up in the air and took forever to land, but just in no man's land behind the shortstop and in front of the left fielder. And it lands right in between them and skips to the wall in foul territory for a one-out double by Reese Hernandez. First extra base hit of the day for the Raptors, third hit overall, and an insurance run in scoring position. It's a 3-2 lead for Ridgefield, and John Peck to the bat to try to extend that lead here in the 6th inning. John, who comes from Pepperdine University, so Hattenbach was pitching against Pepperdine, and John Peck was the next scheduled hitter, just like he is now, and now takes a strike to open the at-bat. But just before John Peck came in to hit against Hayden Hattenbach, they pinch hit for him. So Peck has not faced Hayden Hattenbach. That changes now as he takes a strike from Hattenbach. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and hit towards first base into right field for a base hit. And running to third is Hernandez. He will be held there. A good throw in from right field. And a single puts runners on the corners for John Peck. And takes a while for him to face Hattenbach. He didn't face him this spring. He gets the better of him here in the 6th inning with a one-out single. Hernandez into third. Runners on the corners. A 3-2 lead for Ridgefield that Caden Connor can extend. Caden is 0 for 2 in the day with a walk and a run scored. Now he plays for Cal State Fullerton, and Hayden Hattenbach also pitched against the Titans of Fullerton. But he was in the opposite side of the lineup when he came in to pitch against Fullerton, so he was an inning away from facing Caden Connor. So even though he pitched both against John Peck's team and Caden Connor's team, he never actually faced either two batters. Caden takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. So first times that Hattenbach has faced Peck and Connor. Peck singles, and Connor now at the plate. 0-1 the count, one out, runners on the corners. Ridgefield took a 3-2 lead last inning. That score still intact, and the Raptors trying to extend it. Caden Connor scored the go-ahead run last inning, now asks for time, and Hattenbach starts to go into his delivery, and he'll cut loose on the way in. Hattenbach, who pitched last inning, gave up that one run, although it wasn't ultimately all that much his fault. A drop third strike to the leadoff man. He struck out the next batter, but a wild pitch along the way, and then a single scored, or a single and then a sac fly. Caden Connor hits one into left field with one out. This will not be deep enough unless it lands, and a diving attempt, and Betcher can't grab it. And now Hernandez comes in, a sliding John Peck, and he is called out at third base. John Peck, who trying to go from first to third on the play. It does score a run, and Caden Connor gets into second on a double. Betcher went headlong, but the left fielder couldn't make the catch. I thought John Peck was safe at third, but he is called out. It was a close play, and Joel Thompson had a closer look at it than I did, so I'll let him make the call. Either way, it does score a run, and it's now 4-2. The Raptors take a lead on an RBI double by Caden Connor, second double of the inning. And it scores Reese Hernandez to make it 4-2. Kobe Morales to the plate. And Kobe takes a ball outside from Hayden Hattenbach. Nice piece of hitting for Caden Connor. Two hitters in this inning. Both got doubles on bloopers down the left field line that Bryce Betcher couldn't quite make the run in on. And that one he dove and nearly got it. 1-0 pitches swung on and missed. And the changeup gets him to get the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1 is the count. 2-run lead now for Ridgefield. Their largest lead of the ball game. Bend led by a run in the first inning. Ridgefield came back to take a 2-1 lead, then tied at 2-2. Now it's 4-2. Morales lines one into left center, right over the jumping shortstop. They will wave Caden Connor home from second. The throw is not in time. Morales to second, and now he's caught in a rundown, and he is tagged out at second for out number 3. It does score a run, so it's an RBI single for Kobe Morales. He is caught out at second base, but he does the job to get in the second run of the inning. And for the first time in this ballgame, a team scores multiple runs in one inning. Ridgefield gets 2 in the frame. They take a 5-2 lead on 4 hits in the frame. They came in down 6-2 in hits, and they're now tied in hits 6-6. We'll see Bo Kiersey come in to pitch the 7th inning for Ridgefield. It's the Raptors 5 and the Bend Elks 2.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bo Kiersey comes in to pitch the 7th inning. How about the day for Brock Gillis? He goes 6 innings, his longest appearance on the year, undoubtedly his best appearance of the summer. Brock Gillis' final line, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Facing 24 batters, Bo Kiersey comes in out of Central Washington University to maintain the 5-2 lead for Ridgefield. He faces the first batter of this 7th inning in Matt Dallas, who takes a ball, 1-0 the count to Matt, who led off the 5th inning, just like he's leading off the 7th inning. That time he hit a home run, and now he's ahead 1-0, swings and misses the off-speed from Bo Kiersey. Bo, who has only made 2 appearances on the year, comes back to join the team now in July and makes his first appearance since June 10th. Got the win against Bend on June 5th. Went 5 innings, allowed 3 earned runs. 1-1 pitch from Bo is swung on and missed. And Bo now ahead 1-2. Also went 2 1/3 innings against Portland. Did not factor in the decision. 1 earned run, so has an ERA of 4.9. The 1-2 pitch from Bo is outside. 2-2 is the count from Bo Kiersey from Central Washington University in Ellensburg. Kiersey originally from Vancouver, Washington. The left-hander at 5'11", 165 pounds. As a 2-2 pitch upcoming and swung on and fouled back. 5-2 lead for Ridgefield, top of the 7th inning. And Bo Kiersey, who's out of Union High School in Vancouver, has a 4-seam fastball in the mid-80s, a curveball, and a changeup. Pitching for Desi Story, the 30-year head coach for Central Washington. And now pitching for Chris Cota, who's the 20-year head coach for College of the Canyons. This one popped up and foul off the bat of Matt Dallas, the third baseman who is 1 for 2 on the day with that solo home run that tied the game in the 5th inning. Ridgefield has scored 3 runs since then, including 1 the very next half inning. Ridgefield continues to respond and retaliate to Bend runs. It happened twice on Tuesday when both times the Elks took a lead. Ridgefield scored the very next half inning. Slider that misses outside, full count from Kiersey. Gave up just 1 walk in each appearance so far, so 2 walks in 7 1/3 innings this season, 3 strikeouts, 10 hits from Bo Kiersey. The left-hander working out of the windup with a payoff pitch upcoming to Matt Dallas. Kiersey looking in and now enters into the wind, pauses in the middle and throws inside corner. Got the call, and Bo Kiersey paints the black for a strikeout looking of Matt Dallas And one away in the 7th inning. Brock Gillis struck out 5 in his 6 innings of work, and they were all in the first 2 innings. The first 5 outs that Brock Gillis got were all strikeouts. And then the rest of the outs he got, the other 10 outs he got, were none of them strikeouts. Bo Kiersey throws a ball to the next batter, Mason Guerra, 1-0. 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Nobody on base for the Bend Elks. Out of the windup comes Kiersey and throws a fastball for a ball just below the knees. 1-1's the count with 1 out. Guerra had a single in the 5th inning, going 1 for 2 in the day. 3 for 10 on the series. The 2-0 pitch to Kiersey is hit behind second base, fielded by John Peck. He throws to first for the out. Heck of a play by the shortstop for Ridgefield. And John Peck running behind second base, moving to his left, and throws across his body to first base for the out. What a play by John Peck. And that is the 2nd out of the inning. Bo Kiersey now to face Peter Mendozona. The 9-hole hitter today, 1 for 2 in the ball game for the shortstop. And John Peck has just been so good defensively this season and makes one heck of a play. It doesn't matter if he's throwing deep in the hole or moving away from first base, or now he's running kind of towards first base, but his momentum taking him into right field, so he had to throw awkwardly back towards first. The first pitch is a strike from Kiersey, and then the 0-1 misses 1-1 to Bradley Priap, the catcher who blocks it. Mendozona at the plate out of Nevada Reno. 5-2 is the score. Ridgefield leading. Top of the 7th inning. Kiersey from the wind. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball hit towards second base. A one-hopper to Tanner Jocks. He's right in front of it. Fields in between the legs and throws to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bo Kiersey. The 7th is no problem for Bo, and it remains a 5-2 score. It is time to stretch from the Rourke. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning after this.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded, so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Bottom of the 7th inning from Ridgefield. Glad that you're with us as the Raptors have taken a 5-2 lead. They're 8-0 when facing the Bend Elks this summer. And they can get to 9-0 if they hold on to the lead. They'll try to add some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher for the Bend Elks is Nate Wenzel, a sophomore from Pierce College, 6'5", 200 pounds. He's from Mercer Island, Washington. That's an ERA of 3.17. 3 appearances on the year, 5 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits. His only 2 earned runs allowed on the year were against Ridgefield on June 6th. He has faced Ridgefield twice. He went 2 1/3 innings both times. One of them was a 0 earned run stint. The other one, 2 earnies. He also went 1 scoreless inning against Cowlitz on June 25th. Comes back out and did also pitch in that non-league game earlier this series, and it comes back out for his 2nd appearance here in this weekday series. He will face Will Chambers to open up the bottom of the 7th, with the Ridgefield Raptors leading 5-2. Taking a look at the scoreboard around the league, Cowlitz and Portland tied 2-2 as Nate Wenzel goes into the windup and tosses an off speed for a ball to Will Chambers, who had the first hit of the ball game for Ridgefield back in the third inning. It was the only hit that Ridgefield had through the first 4 innings. Will takes a big swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Will. 5-2 the score. Raptors on top in the bottom of the 7th. Will had runners in first and second and notched an RBI single in the third inning. Now he takes a ball down low, 2-1. I was talking with Will earlier just about what it's like to be playing here for this summer and also to spend some time off coming back. And now he hammers one into deep center field. Going back is Linscott to the batter's eye, and he runs out of room. Will Chambers on his return to the lineup blasts one to the batter's eye and over the right center field wall. And Will Chambers has given an insurance run for the Raptors. A solo home run for Will Chambers, and Ridgefield leads it 6-2. Just hammered the third pitch of the at-bat right over the corner of the batter's eye into right center field at about 380 feet at that part of the ballpark. And Will Chambers gets his 5th home run of the year, his 6th including league and non-league games actually, as his college teammate Tafton Hensley to the plate, who also had a home run this series. A bomb for Will Chambers to give the Ridgefield Raptors a 6-2 lead. And a called strike on Hensley, 1-1's the count. And Will, he just has a great attitude. I was asking him what it was like just mentally being out for a little while, and gave a great answer as Hensley powers one high, but not too deep, left field. The shortstop Mendozona tailing for it. It's the third baseman who will make the catch in foul territory, right on the line. And Matt Dallas makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away, nobody on. 6-2 score now. Ridgefield on top. Bradley Preap to the plate with a sac fly in his last at-bat for an RBI. And Will said, I'm just happy to be at the ballpark. He was still with the team pretty much the whole time, and just making sure the shoulder's all good. He's healthy enough to go, and playing here today, and has an RBI single and a home run on the day. Preap to the plate and hammers one to left center field on the first pitch. Linscott going back. He has a play, and he makes a catch a few yards in front of the warning track for out number 2. Cody Darcy, the next hitter, with 2 outs, nobody on. Ridgefield scoring runs in 3 innings in a row. Scored in 5 of the 7 innings today. They lead at 6-2. Darcy to the plate with a walk and 2 ground outs in the ball game. And Will just said, mentally I'm doing good. Even when I miss some time, I'm just happy to be at the ballpark. Like, things can go away in a hurry. One pitch and everything could change. You could lose baseball forever. And so just any day I have a chance to play baseball, I'm doing well. And even if I'm not playing baseball, I'm just around it, and I'm happy too. First pitch to Darcy is a strike. Nate Wenzel working quickly and throws the second pitch for a foul tip into the glove. 0-2 the count to Cody Darcy. 2 outs, nobody on. Darcy went 1 for 3 yesterday. And has an 0-2 pitch upcoming. Swings and misses, and the inning is over. Will Chambers leads off and highlights the 7th inning with a solo home run to right center field. And the Raptors have a 6-2 lead through 7 complete innings.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Nice day for the Ridgefield Raptors pitchers so far. Just one earned run, one walk on the day. And now the Raptors have actually out-hit the Bend Elks for the first time. Will Chambers' home run not only adds an insurance run, it also, for the first time, means Ridgefield has more hits in the ball game than the Bend Elks. Most importantly, it's a 6-2 score. The Raptors leading by 4 as we head to the 8th inning. Bo Kersey back to the mound. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. After Brock Gillis finished out his start, going 6 innings, 1 earned run. Bo Kersey to the mound, and Kersey throws the ball down low to the leadoff man, Sam Linscott, who led off this game and scored in the top of the first inning. Bend held on to that lead for about an inning and then gave it up in the second. The 0-1 pitch is a ball, 1-1 from Bo Kersey. Linscott got on board on an error on a pop-up that was a tough play and dropped and scored, and it looked worrisome that might be the difference in the game for a while. Well, not too long. Ridgefield scored the tying run in the second inning, but still, a play like that can make a big difference as that pitch misses. 2-1 the count from Kersey. Right now, Ridgefield leading 6-2. Bo Kersey out of the windup, and the lefty throws, and a swing and miss from Sam Linscott. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sam from Marysville, Washington. Plays for Lewis Clark State. Eli Schubert, also a Warrior for Lewis Clark State and a relief pitcher for Ridgefield, wanted to face Sam Linscott and pitched yesterday but did not face the part of the lineup that Linscott was in, and he got the save but did not face Linscott along the way. Kersey throws outside, ball 3. Full count to the leadoff man. And the payoff pitch from Bo Kersey comes in, swung on, grounded towards third. A diving stab by Cody Darcy. He gets up, throws to first, and a pick by Morales. It pops out of the glove. A great stab by Cody Darcy to get in front of that one and threw on one hop to Kobe Morales, and it was a hard thrown ball, a bit low, but it was accurate, and Morales got the glove on it, and it just came out of the webbing. And so it is a safe, and goes down as a single for Sam Linscott, who's already leading the West Coast League in batting average. He gets a single there. His batting average will stay at .372 with these technically being non-league games, but for what it's worth, he's 1 for 4 in the ball game. A throw over and Linscott gets back. Eli Schubert got the save yesterday, preserving the 1-run lead as the Raptors won it 6-5 following an 8-5 victory the night before. So Ridgefield winning a lot of close games against the Bend Elks of late. 3 close games over at Vince Jenna Stadium midway through June. As the first pitch to Bryce Betcher is a swung-on strike. Bryce has not quite had the birthday celebration he hoped for. He's 0 for 3 with a double play on the ball game, celebrating his 19th birthday today. But hey, things can change. He's got at least one more at-bat here tonight. He's behind 0-1. The right-hander out of University of Oregon swings and hits one into center field. Coming in is Hernandez, and Reese makes the shoelace catch, reaching below the waist to make the grab. And Betcher is retired for a fly out to center field. And that's the first out of the inning. 8th inning here. Ridgefield ahead, 6-2. Bo Kersey worked last inning. He could perhaps go all 3 and earn the save if he stays in, finishes the 8th, and comes back out for the 9th. But of course, he's got to get 5 more outs to do that. Still a lot of time between now and then. I won't get ahead of myself. Chase Matheny, the next batter, and takes a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. .328 batting average for Chase, and he's 1 for 3 on the day. An RBI double in the first inning. He popped out in his other 2 plate appearances. Kersey throws over to first, and Linscott gets back. Runner on first, nobody, or 1 out, I mean, with that line out to center. 1 out, 1 on. 4-run lead for Ridgefield. 6:35 first pitch tomorrow against a new opponent. 0-1 pitch with the runner going. Hit and run and perfectly executed. A roller into right field. Linscott will round second and get to third. A single, and now he barely gets back to first as Matheny took a big turn around first, and the throw in from right field had Morales nearly able to tag out the batter runner in Chase Matheny, but he does get back to first base on a hit and run that was well played by Chase Matheny. Just poked it through the right field side, and it rolled to Caden Connor with Linscott now to third. Runners at first and third, and Julian Kodama to the plate. 1 for 2 in the ball game, a single and a walk. He has been retired at second base both times that he reached. Takes the ball down and away. He singled in the 4th inning and got caught stealing. Then walked in the 6th inning and was forced out at second base on a fielder's choice. Facing Bo Kiersey for the first time. And Kodama with the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. 1-1 the count, 1 out, 4-run lead for the Raptors, but runners on the corners. Kiersey did pitch against the Bend Elks back on June 5th. He did not face Julian Kodama, who's getting the start today as the designated hitter. The 1-1 pitch, off speed, grounded towards second. Tanner Jocks will probably go to first. No, he'll throw to second. The throw to first not in time, but he does get the lead runner. At first I was thinking he might not have a play at second base, but he did throw and makes the out at second to get Chase Matheny. A force out. It does score a run. Sam Linscott comes in, but they get the lead runner, and Kodama gets an RBI fielder's choice. And good play by Tanner Jocks. The safe, easy play was to go to first, but if you can get the lead runner, might as well. And Bennett Thompson, the batter. And I like the craftiness from Tanner Jocks. He was the one calling 2-2 the other day when Patrick Stark in Vince Jenna Stadium was the third baseman, had a runner on first, and he made a great grab on a ground ball and went to second when Tanner Jocks was yelling 2. He was the shortstop and communicating to his teammate in a risky play. I thought Stark would only have one play at first, but Tanner said, let's get the lead runner. And not only did he get the force out at second, he got a double play out of it. First, the 0-1 pitch is fouled off, and Bennett Thompson behind 0-2. And a ball down low to Thompson. 1-2 from Bo Kiersey. Thompson is 0-3 in the contest. At a University of Oregon. As a runner on first, 2 outs. A 6-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit towards left field, and it grounds through the infield for a base hit. With 2 outs, there's now runners in first and second. As Julian Kodama gets into scoring position, Bennett Thompson is first hit of the ball game, and Omar Veloz to the plate. 1 for 3 in the contest. Or excuse me, Matt Dallas is the next, Veloz is the next hitter, excuse me. Omar had a single in the second inning out of Cal State Fullerton. Has a hit in each game this series, 4 for 11 on the 3-game set against Ridgefield. 2 outs, runners in first and second. And Omar Veloz represents the tying run. He's at the plate with a .267 batting average. No home runs on the year for Omar. Right-handed hitter against left-handed pitcher. 6-3 score. Kiersey to the plate. Swing and a miss. And Veloz behind 0-1 from Bo Kiersey. Has allowed 1 earned run here. A single to lead off. A line out. A single. A fielder's choice. And a single. Still only 1 walk allowed in the ball game by Ridgefield. And that's a big reason why they lead 6-3. The 0-1 pitch from Kiersey is swung on and missed again, and that's Grant Heiser who's the catcher. Is Bradley Priap, who was catching earlier today. Heiser has come in, and he took a shot somewhere. I think that was a foul tip into the knee or somewhere in the leg, and Heiser comes up gimpy a little bit, but seems to be more of a sharp pain that will go away in a moment, I hope. He's back to his crouch and ready to go. So Heiser was catching when Julian Kodama was at the plate, and the 2 college teammates when Kodama had an RBI fielder's choice. Heiser the catcher, as Veloz is the batter. The 0-2 from Kiersey is swung on and fouled back. And he stays alive, and the inning continues. 2 outs, runners in first and second. Omar Veloz could tie this game up on 1 swing, or he could leave his teammates on first and second base, and the Bend Elks would be down to their final 3 outs and still a 3-run deficit. So a big at-bat right here and a big pitch up coming from Bo Kiersey. No balls and 2 strikes. Looks back at the runner on second. Kicks and delivers. It's hit into high right field. Going back is Caden Connor. He should have a play in front of the track, and Caden makes the catch to retire his college teammate. The Cal State Fullerton Titan pulls it in. The inning is over. And Bend does score 1 run, but 1 run only. And the Raptors still lead by 3 runs in the frame. 3 hits in the inning and 1 run, no errors in the 8th inning. We are on to the bottom of inning number 8. Stay with us from Ridgefield as the Raptors lead 6-3.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, two great teams.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning from Ridgefield. Glad that you are along the way for inning number 8. Ridgefield taking a 6-3 lead. And the Bend Elks trying to hold them there, and they'll come out in the 9th inning trying to make up the deficit. Nate Wenzel back to the mound for the Bend Elks. And he will face, in the Ridgefield Raptors lineup, the 8, 9, and first hitters in the order. That's Tanner Jocks, Reese Hernandez, and John Peck. Ridgefield scoring 2 runs in the 6th inning, then a solo home run in the 7th by Will Chambers makes the difference. Those 3 runs are what separates the Ridgefield Raptors and the Bend Elks right now as the Raptors go for the sweep tonight. Nate Wenzel throws, and this one hammered to left field. Tanner Jocks gets good contact, but Tanner is allowed fly out right off the barrel and well hit, but to right to Bryce Betger. And it's a first pitch line out for Tanner Jocks. He did hit a dinger in BP today, second straight day that Tanner Jocks has left the yard in batting practice, although he's not hit a home run in a game yet this summer. But hey, it might come one of these days. Mostly he's just a really good contact hitter, a lot of singles, and he gets on base. Reese Hernandez, somewhat similar. He does have 5 doubles on the year, has added 1 today. Reese takes a first pitch ball. 1 out, nobody on. Hernandez at the plate and takes a strike. He doubled in the 6th inning, walked in the 4th, and he popped out in the 2nd. So he's 1 for 2, a run scored, a double, a stolen base as well. 1-1 is the count to Reese, and the pitch high and outside, ball 2. Outfield playing straight up to Reese Hernandez. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. And Reese Hernandez out of San Diego at the plate with the 2-1 pitch upcoming, and he takes strike 2. 2-2 is the count. Cowlitz and Portland still knotted up at 2 runs apiece in the 6th inning. Bellingham leading in the 9th inning over Corvallis 6-4. Hernandez takes a 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3. If Cowlitz pulls that one out against Portland, they'll win the series, then head into the Ridgefield series off a 2-1 series win over Portland. Hernandez serves one up to left field, but Betcher was playing in shallow territory and makes a few strides in and is able to pull it in for out number 2. A pair of flyouts here to left field to open up the 8th inning. Betcher had been active a couple innings earlier with a pair of bloop singles, or bloop doubles actually, down the left field line. One of them by Hernandez, who again goes opposite field, but this one caught by Betcher. That was in the 6th inning. Betcher records his first 2 putouts of the day on the last 2 hitters. John Peck takes a strike for an 0-1 count. John, who's had a nice day at the plate, especially of late. First 2 at-bats he grounded out, but then walked in the 4th and singled in the 6th. So he's 1 for 3 with a walk, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. John Peck behind 0-2. 3-run lead for the Raptors. Bottom of the 8th inning. There's nobody throwing right now in the Raptors bullpen, so this might be Bo Kiersey's day to try to pull out the save. 0-2 pitch. John Peck grounds to third, fielded on 2 hops by Matt Dallas. He sidearms to first and gets him in time, and the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 frame in the 8th. Might be the last time that Ridgefield comes to the plate. That'll come down to Bo Kiersey, who will return to the mound from the 9th inning. He does have the opportunity to nab the save and get Brock Gillis into the win category. A 3-run lead to be maintained. We'll see if Ridgefield can hold on to it and get the series sweep when we return. 9th inning coming up on the other side.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, fruits in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Last chance for the Bend Elks to pull out a win over the Ridgefield Raptors. They'll need to score 3 runs this inning. Bo Kiersey to the mound here in the top of the 9th. It's a 6-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors, and the first pitch is a swung-on strike by Matt Dallas. Bo Kiersey is facing the bottom trimester of the order. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters, Matt Dallas, Mason Guerra, and Peter Mendozona. And all he's got to do is limit Ben to under 3 runs, and Ridgefield wins the game. He's ahead 0-1, and the second pitch off speed for a swung-on strike, and Matt Dallas behind 0-2. Dallas has a home run today. Both teams have a leadoff solo home run of the day. Matt Dallas in the 5th inning, Will Chambers in the 7th. Those 2 homers cancel out. And Ridgefield ahead 6-3. They've actually been out-hit today, 9-7 in that category. They got out-hit yesterday and still won the ball game. The 0-2 pitch from Bo Kiersey throws outside, ball 1. Bo has 1 strikeout in the day. Brock Gillis had 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. He then went 4 more innings without any strikeouts, but it works. He didn't strike out a lot of players, but he got outs. And Bo Kiersey doing similar work. Came in the 7th and the 8th, and the 1-2 pitch misses, ball 2. 1 run allowed last inning, so he's gone 2 innings, 1 earned run. And he's got a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Matt Dallas, leadoff hitter here in the 9th inning. A 6-3 score, the Raptors on top. Out of the windup comes the Central Washington left-hander, swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Bo Kiersey. Leads off the 9th inning, and to make it even better, is the 7th strikeout of the day, which means tacos for everybody. Thanks to Taco Bell, taco coupons to all the fans in attendance once the Raptors strike out 7 in a ball game, and that is strikeout number 7. Brock Gillis had 5 in the first 2 innings, and then it seemed like we might not get there. But here in the 9th, Kiersey gets strikeout number 7. More importantly, he gets the first out in the 9th inning, and now throws a ball to Mason Guerra, who was the 5th strikeout victim of Brock Gillis. Back in the first inning, he's 1 for 3 in the day. Now he bloops one into right field for a foul ball. And it's a 1-1 count to the future Oregon State Beaver, recent high school grad of Westview High, and headed from Beaverton, about an hour and a half south, via I-5 to Corvallis to play for the Beavs. 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. 3-run lead for the Raptors. We had Mitch Canham in attendance yesterday, the head coach for Oregon State. A lot of Beavers between these 2 teams, and the Raptors and the Elks. Kiersey to the plate with the 2-1 is high, ball 3. Guerra among them. That includes players who are incoming freshmen. There's an NCAA rule which limits 4 players to a squad from the same school, so you couldn't just stack the roster with 9 Beavers or 9 Ducks or Huskies or whatever it may be. 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit high to right field. Caden Connor sprinting back towards the fence. If it stays fair, it could be gone, and it's foul to the right field wall, and it goes to the right of the pole. It's a foul ball on a long fly ball by Mason Guerra, who nearly had his first home run of the year. But Guerra simply gets a foul ball, and it's a full count for Mason with 1 out and nobody on base. Hit to right field, and those balls carry, such as Matt Dallas's home run back in the 5th inning. And Guerra, who's the hitter after Matt Dallas in the order, nearly had a home run of his own. Payoff pitch from Kiersey is right down the pipe. A strikeout looking, and Kiersey has struck out the first two batters of the ninth inning. One swinging, one looking, and the Bend Elks are down to their final out. Top of the ninth inning, a 3-run lead, and it's Peter Mendozona, the last chance for the Elks. They have lost every game this summer to the Ridgefield Raptors. 8-0 are Ridgefield against the Bend Elks this summer, going for the immaculate sweep, 9-0 on the year. The first pitch to Mendozona at the belt, but called a ball just above the belt buckle. 1-0 is the count to Peter Mendozona out of Nevada Reno. And the shortstop had a single in the fifth inning, but was stranded on base. And this one hit into center field, and Hernandez will have to play it on two bounces. It is a two-out single, and this ball game ain't over yet. Mendozona into first base, the tying run now on deck as Sam Linscott comes up. Linscott, who has a single, he has scored twice today out of Lewis Clark State, trying to extend this ball game. Nobody throwing right now in the Raptors bullpen. They are expecting Bo Kiersey to finish it out and in this ball game to get the victory. A check swing on the pitch on the outside corner. It's called a strike. 0-1 to Sam Linscott. Runner on first, 2 outs, a 6-3 lead for Ridgefield. We'll travel to Longview tomorrow, trying to finish the sweep here tonight. The 0-1 pitch is called a strike, and Bo Kiersey continues to pound the strike zone. He has not walked a player today. This is his third inning of work. Ridgefield has submitted just one walk in the ball game. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, top of the ninth. Kiersey to the plate, and it's swung on and grounded to first. A jumping grab by Kobe Morales. He takes a step towards first and plants his cleat on the bag for the 27th and final out of this ball game. Ridgefield has swept the Bend Elks not only in this 3-game series, but on the entire season. 9-0 are the Ridgefield Raptors against the Bend Elks this summer. Final score on this Thursday evening is 6-3. The Ridgefield Raptors win it. Don't go away. We will chat with Brock Gillis after this ball game, the starting pitcher who went 6 innings in this ball game, giving up just 1 earned run on the contest. How about the day for the Raptors in this series, getting the sweep? None of them blowouts. A 3-run win, then a 1-run win, then a 3-run win. And that's the ball game from Ridgefield. 6-3 the final score for the second consecutive night. The Bend Elks have more hits but fewer runs. Yesterday Bend got 10 hits and they lost by a run. Today Bend gets 10 hits and they lose by 3 runs. And Ridgefield with 7 hits on the day. Final numbers, 3 runs on 10 hits for Bend on 2 errors as well. Ridgefield had 6 runs, 7 hits, and committed 1 error on the ball game. Look through the lineup for the individual players and get you the numbers for the lineup. John Peck went 1 for 4 on the day with a walk. Caden Connor went 1 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk. Kobe Morales went 1 for 3, an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. Will Chambers went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, had the home run and a run scored. Will making his comeback to the lineup and gets the homer to right center field, which is fun to see and help give some insurance for a ball game that the Raptors ultimately take a 6-3 win on. Tafton Hensley went 1 for 3, a run scored and a walk. Grant Heiser came in and played some catcher for the Raptors. Cody Darcy went 0 for 3 in the ballgame, did draw a walk. Tanner Jocks had an RBI and a hit by pitch. Reese Hernandez went 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk as well. Ridgefield doing much better in the walk category. They end up drawing 6 in the ballgame compared to just 1 that they conceded. Bradley Preap also had an RBI. The pitchers tonight, Brock Gillis, 6 innings in the ballgame, 6 hits and 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in the contest. Bo Kiersey, 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned, and 3 strikeouts in the day. Kiersey will earn the save for Ridgefield, having gone 3 complete innings, the final 3, and so he gets the save here today to win the ballgame 6-3. Brock Gillis, the winning pitcher today, as the Raptors win it and take the series. You can also join us tomorrow for a 3-game series starting at 6:35 tomorrow night. That will begin the second half of the West Coast League schedule. And so Ridgefield comes into the second half 0-0 on the second half and will try to win some games against Cowlitz. Let's take a look at the scoreboard to see how the games are going in the other West Coast League contests. Top of the 7th inning, and Cowlitz leading the Portland Pickles 3-2. Bellingham ahead of Cowlitz 8-4 in the 9th inning, and Wenatchee ahead of Port Angeles 6-2. And that's the score in the 9th inning at Civic Field. So those are the other scores. This one a non-league affair between Ridgefield and Ben. Now we, in retrospect, wished it was a league series because Ridgefield could have gotten to 3-0 in the second half. But it was non-league from the beginning. Just an extra series added on when the Canadian team shut down. And so 3 non-league wins and 3 fun games, 2 of them here at home, to give the Raptors some fun ball games here in front of the fans at the Rourke. Glad that you've joined us here from Ridgefield on a ball game in which the Raptors win at 6-3 over the Bend Elks and will take on Cowlitz. Next home game, where you can catch the video stream, will be Tuesday, hosting Port Angeles at 6:35. The road games, we just have an audio stream, so you can listen in. Click Listen Live right on the Ridgefield Raptors website tomorrow at 6:35. Same time Saturday at 6:35. And Sunday is a 1:05 start from Story Field in Longview. Well, we'll try to chat with Brock Gillis after this one and see if we can nab him. We will, I think, chat with Brock maybe after, I'm not sure. Well, I think we'll try to catch him after the game and perhaps just get him down on the field and do a post-game interview after that. But we'll say goodbye on the stream for now, and hope to chat with you tomorrow. And we'll see the second half beginning for Ridgefield. Final score 6-3 from the Rourke here tonight. So glad that you've been with us all evening long from Ridgefield. And it's been a fun game. I've been Josh Worden signing off from the Rourke, where the Raptors take a 3-1 win and win the series here in Ridgefield. Talk to you tomorrow at 6:35 from Longview, Washington. So long, everybody.